Alright, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. Alright, listen up and give me your undivided attention. In about an hour, we will be arriving at our destination, Cadlock's Island. Or something like that. Alright, fam. Getting into 02. Kinda tempted to do some practice, some warm-ups before I get into it, but, it's not so easy to do warm-ups where I want to do warm-ups in this game. Also, I should get the chat up. I don't know what happened to the chat. It just disappeared. It is gone, reduced to atoms. Where is it? Okay, get that up. We are G2G. Good to go. Let me make sure that that is in the proper position so I could see if I'm dropping frames. I am not dropping frames. You always love to see it. How's the mic volume? Mic volume is good. Good. Testing. It could probably be a little higher. Let's jack it up a little higher here. Yeah, that should be fine. Hello. Okay, I don't want to blow anyone's ears out, so should be okay. It's peaking at 6, and let's stop there. Still testing out things with this new mic. Not quite sure what works best, but, we'll keep it like that for now. All right, getting into 02. Let me I want to turn up the audio a bit more. I think the audio is good. Let me open up the volume mixer real quick. It looks okay, yeah. Looks good. All systems go. All right. 02, we are on the 10th file here. If I beat this, this will be the 10th completion, the 10th 100-point completion on the road to 100 playthroughs with 100 points in every stage. So, we can get into it. 02 is always kind of a mixed bag for me. Like, I never quite know what I'm gonna get into, because it has a lot of strange gameplay quirks that are distinct from the rest of the series. But, gonna see what we can do here. Oh, also, let me make sure I know what file I'm gonna write over. File 3 is going to be the one I write over. Okay, we're ready. Oh, this banger of an opening. Hold on. I want to turn this up more. I could probably actually... the volume might be too low. Hold on. Yeah, the volume might be too low here. Let me turn it the heck up. Where's that? Why is OBS at the absolute lowest here? I'm going to assume that makes sense, and there's a reason for that. But yeah, okay. That should be higher now. How is that coming in? Should be good. Just so long as I don't get, yeah, hold on, that's too loud for me now. Okay, let's put it up to 40 there. Because I do want to hear it. This is banger music. It sets the vibe so nice here. I'm also using a new mod. I'm using a new mod for 02, which integrates the actual scans of the artwork that you'll see here in a minute. So, like, all the artwork here is replaced by the actual physical scans from the official art book and whatnot. Quite nice, like they're the most clear looking that they ever been. See, there's banger music, but I'm not hearing anything other than the streamer or people. Can you hear it now? Hold on. That's bad. That's not good. But thank you for letting me know, Cypher. A lot of times people will come into my chat and they won't say a thing. That was the case for my X4 stream the other day, where I had it up. Yeah, it's still not going on. Okay, thank you for letting me know, Cypher. Yeah, during my X4 stream, like for the I did a stream of X4, Mega Man X4 for the 24th anniversary of that game, I don't know, something like that, and nobody let me know. Magnus came into the chat, Verunius came into the chat, another pal of mine, Kino the Rat came into the chat. I was going live for a good solid hour and a half. No one told me that the audio was dead on the game. And then finally Blue came along, Blue Metal, and he let me know, and then that compelled me to be like, okay, well, Blue, you are officially my only friend from here on out because no one else told me that right here. So I have renewed distrust in all of those people that showed up before you. So like, you're my only friend now because you're the only one who told me about this. Yeah, I'll fix it. So I'll fix it. Yo, Akutaizu, welcome in. Oh, sorry about the auto mod. I can allow people to be a little unhinged here, even if I don't reflect, even if I don't say things like that myself. But thank you, Cypher. Dude, you'd be surprised how people just ignore that stuff. Like, they don't even care, and they really should care because this music is incredible, and they ought to hear it, you know? But I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out in a second. The key is to just not be frustrated. If you allow yourself to get frustrated by tech problems, then the people who point out the problems are going to be like, oh, you know what? He's frustrated now. I shouldn't have pointed it out. He should have just he would have lived in blissful ignorance if not for me. But no, it should not be like that ever. How about now? Nope, still nothing. I'll get it out. I'll figure it out. Have my own audio issues before, and it's embarrassing when you don't catch it. Yeah, I know. It's embarrassing when you don't catch it, and it's you know, it's like it's it's embarrassing for the viewers too, because, you know, I mean, you don't want to put them in a position where they have to put that out, where they have to point that out, because it's like, you know, they have to point it out, and then they feel awkward because they have to point it out. And it's a little tricky. Okay, how about now? Yep, there we go. Let me know how it sounds, guys. Oh, it's so good. Had my mic doubled for like half the stream once, so you were hearing me in stereo. Hey, double the cipher, double the fun, right? Yo, so welcome in, by the way, Cypher. I want to give you a shout out. I mean, pretty much people are just showing up now, so it doesn't really matter, but I want to get better. I want to get more in the habit of that, because I really appreciate people who show up here. Akutaizu, same to you. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, but I know the beginning of this game is absolutely stratospherically adrenaline boosting. It is an absolute thriller, you know? It's so good, man. Oh, it's so good. Yo, guys, check out Cypher. He's a really chill speedrunner. Probably the chillest speedrunner that I've seen, like, ever. You are hard pressed to get that guy frustrated, even over the worst RNG that Mega Man Legends has to offer. But yeah, he's worth shouting out for that, if nothing else, because Legends RNG will get people really frustrated. But yeah, dude, you know, Cypher has yeah, he has a lot of patience for that stuff, and it's quite inspiring, honestly. But yeah, the opening of this game is just, oh, it's absolutely phenomenal. I mean, like, from the beginning, from the opening scroll, you know, where you got that, like, really chill, like, you know, dynamic, dare I say, epic music. Then it builds up to, you know, him throwing off his cape, and dude, we are so in there when it happens. Speaking of which, here, and the mod too. Yo, Republic! Hey, it's been a while, man. Yo, welcome in, dude. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate you, man. Hey, how are you? No, don't ask how I am. How are you? I'm here all the time. So, you want to find out how I am? You know, you can ask any day, but it's not as often that I get to ask how you are. Welcome in, man. How's the old Republic? Are you managing it well? Are you managing it under the jurisdiction of your absolute authority over the Republic as the admiral of that great Republic? Yo, Republic, when we have I ever caught a stream from you? How long has it been since you streamed, or do you stream actually? Because I can't remember. I remember seeing you on the you know, the Mega Man Legends leaderboards, and I'm just naturally inclined to assume that anyone who's on the leaderboard just naturally streams, but I don't know that for sure. But do you stream? Just because I'm curious about that. Just don't watch me slipping melee online and run like 5 marts in a row. Is that what'll do it? Is that what'll do it, Cypher? I've been curious, man. For all of us, it's something. For all of us, there's that one thing that gets our goat, and it could be like the tiniest, most nitpicky thing in the world, but that'll be like absolutely infuriating for for a certain person. But we all got our things. It is very interesting for me to learn that that is your thing, and it is very specific. It's like, that speaks volumes to me about just how patient you are, man. If you have to name something that specific, it's like, okay, that speaks levels about just how patient you are. Haven't streamed for quite a while. Okay, dude, Republic, how long's it been? Pardon me for grilling you right here, but I've been a little curious about it because I see you around the block a lot, and it makes me wonder just yeah, when like what your streaming history is. When it come back, it'll be Final Fantasy X. Oh, okay, cool. That's a good way of getting back into it. Yo, nice. Big fan of that game. Yeah, but no, I get not streaming for a while. The last time I messed with streaming before I came back to it as a hobby was like 10 years ago. Back in the old Justin TV days. And I wasn't really big into it back then. Like I was kind of just messing around with it. But back then, like Streamlabs, I think is the stream. Was that a streaming program? I don't remember. But it wasn't OBS. But I remember back then when I was messing around with streaming like 10 years ago, the streaming program I was using would take up like 50% of my CPU. Now I'm looking at it and it's like OBS is taking up what now? Yeah, I'm seeing like 3.7% of the CPU. My, how far we come. You get a bit older, you get a little bit more money, you can actually invest in good hardware. Who knew it? Oh, hold on. Oh! But yo, Republic, looking forward to when you do get back into it. I don't know if I'm following you, though. I should follow you. So you're one of the buds. But to answer Cypher's question from earlier, how am I doing? I must say I'm doing very well today. I mean, whew. Great dinner. I made a great dinner. You want to know what I made? Oh, fantastic stuff. You guys gotta all try it eventually, because it's very easy to do. I made a pizza. I made a pizza with the base, the crust being French bread, like a French loaf. Absolutely goated. Also, I'm not sure how much more damage I can take here. And you might be asking yourself, well, what's the big appeal of that? What's the big appeal of pizza made on a French loaf? Well, the appeal is that you start out by brushing the loaf with in olive oil and garlic, like mix. Then you put it. Then you put it in the oven, and at that point, it's pretty much garlic bread. So then you obviously top it with all the toppings of your choice, and we're dead, and we gotta reset. Because I'm focusing on... Oh, wait, that's the wrong file. Because, what was I talking about? I don't know. I'm gonna follow Republic since I can't think of anything else better to do. Let's see, Oh, I'm already following you, Republic. Hey, look at me. I'm finally on my game for a change. It took me like 10 years to sub to Blue Metal, but for you, no, you get the VIP treatment, man. Data pizza burning, yeah! Actually, you want to know what? I kind of low-key burnt it. But I burnt it just enough so I didn't taste the burn, like in a really bad way. It smelled more burned than it was. But the big appeal, like to round up my thought, the big appeal of making a pizza on French bread is that you kind of get the appeal of like a garlic bread with just pizza toppings on it, and oh my god, that's incredible. Because dude, I mean, it's like the best of both worlds coming together. Like the garlic bread, you got the pizza toppings. I mean, come on, that is just perfect. That's just goated. No matter which way you want to look at it. If the cheese gets burned, it low key makes it better. It's true, but it was not the cheese that got burnt here. It was the bottom, the very bottom of the crust. which I didn't think would happen, honestly, because I did brush the crust with olive oil. And the recipe called for that, for that specific reason. But it didn't work too well. I'm thinking that I had the oven up too high and maybe for too long. But again, it just smelled worse than it was. Like, it was fine. It didn't smell very good, but it tasted perfect. So, big deal. And I did the pepperoni. I did two of them. I did one with pepperoni and then just pepperoni and cheese. Then I did another with bell pepper, onion, and sausage. Great stuff. The whole fam enjoyed it. Then I did a Mediterranean salad on the side because, that wasn't overkill enough, obviously. Did a Mediterranean salad, which if you guys want to try that sometime, that's very basic as well. It's just comprised of cherry tomatoes, chopped Kalamata olives, basil, and then a vinaigrette, like balsamic vinaigrette. Just a big combination, just a big, combo of all that stuff. Very tasty. Very good. It was just what the doctor ordered. Then I had some leftover chocolate cake for my sister's birthday. It's pretty doggone good. So it's been a good day. Pretty hot. Pretty hot day. But otherwise good day. Not gonna lie. What about you guys? What are you all making? Are you all cooks? You all got that tasty bone in your body? I feel like it's just a natural thing for, like, if you like good tasting things, you're also just naturally a cook. Or that's like the final evolution of really having a good taste for food anyway. Mexican for dinner? Oh, let's go, man. That's legit my favorite food to make. I'm like 50% Mexican as it is, so it's kind of in my blood to like Mexican food already. So, I grew up just, the fam made it all the time. And, had some good Mexican restaurants where I grew up too. Because, California has the best Mexican food that you'll find, maybe outside of Mexico itself. But yeah, phenomenal stuff. But yeah, my favorite food to make in total, or like of everything, is carnitas. I love making fresh carnitas. And getting it crisp too. It's one thing to slow cook it, get it to that tender perfection, but it's another thing, you kind of want that tender perfection combined with a crispness. If you so what I do generally, when it's done in the slow cooker or in the Instant Pot as it is, when it's done in the Instant Pot, it's all nice and tender, but I don't stop there. After that, I put it in the broiler. Oh, hold on. Who followed me? Or did something? Who did something? Can I catch it before it leaves? Yo! Hanson of Dreams! Is that your name? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. I think I caught Hans. I didn't flip up my OPS in time. I'm so sorry. Hanson of Dreams, I think is what I read. But hey, thank you for the follow. Yo, how you doing? Yo, are you a big Zero fan? You a big Mega Man fan? Yo, tell me about yourself. What you doing, man? I want to get to know you. if it's cool, like if you're not just here to lurk anyway, which you might be. I don't want to scare you. I don't want to intimidate you, which I think I'm doing already. But so I'm just gonna stop talking and let you talk maybe. I'm sorry. Uncle Taizu, enjoy the lurk. Yo, get a good lurk in, man. Don't run into any spiders in the corner or any other creepy crawlies during your lurk. Make sure you spin some good webs while you're lurking. I think that's what lurkers do. I don't know, usually, because every chat I'm in, I just talk and I can't shut up. No, that's not true. Not true by a long shot. God dang it, son. I never get hit by that. How dare you? Oh, okay. We might have this. Oh, SpaghettiOs. There we go. And Mexican. Yo, Cypher, what did you have for Mexican? It's not enough to just say you had Mexican. You gotta know the deets, man. I'm a Mexican food connoisseur. So I gotta know the deets. You know, something I love doing for myself is a poor man's Mexican rice, or Spanish rice, I think it is what it's called. Look at this artwork, by the way. Yo, look at how clean that is. That's taken straight from the scans from the official art book. That is so clean. I love it. Yeah, that's due to a my latest mod that I installed for this game, or for this collection. It's a mod that integrates the actual scans, or as many of them as possible. Not all the artwork in this game has a scan from the art book. But yeah, this is one of them that does, and my gosh, it looks so clean. I love it. You can see the fine lines. So nice. You know, I really should have burnt the cheese though, with the pizza. I mentioned how I burnt the crust, but I didn't quite burn the cheese. But I feel like I should have. It's a little tricky to do, especially when you're packing all the pepperoni on it, you know? Or packing all the toppings on it in general. Okay, this is one that doesn't have the scan. You can kind of tell that. But yeah, it's a little difficult to burn, or it's not even burn. I mean, the term we use in cooking when you brown something and to develop the flavor of it, that's not called burning. That's called caramelizing. Very, very big difference there. I like to caramelize the cheese in the oven when I'm just, you know, for the finishing touches. But it's hard to do that when you are packing all the toppings on it. You know, it's like there's no room for the cheese to be caramelized at that point. We had a food truck come in to work today and got carne asada, tacos, rice, and some pico de gallo. Oh, no. Oh, dude, that is fantastic. No, man, those food trucks are hardcore. Some of the best tasting Mexican food that you'll ever taste comes from those food trucks. Because, man, those people are the people who run those food trucks are the genuine article. Like, they always know their Mexican food, so you will get some of the best tasting food from those trucks. Like, hands down, man. You might be inclined to think, okay, you know what? If it's coming from a restaurant, that's got to be the best, right? Because, you know, it's a higher money establishment. They could afford more stuff to make the food taste better. Well, nope, not true. The Mexicans are known for being extremely resourceful with their means of cooking, and they have that. And even in a food truck, they could get it down to the wire. Yeah, they got it down, man. Which they should. I mean, it's a part of their blood. Like, they can make that stuff anywhere. But I feel like they're kind of breed where it's like, you know, the more restrictions they have, the more they're forced to adapt and come out on top. You know, because I feel like they're very competitive by nature, in a way. I definitely feel that in myself with like the 50% Mexican that I am. Haven't had a bad experience with Mexican food trucks that come to work. Yeah, dude, no, absolutely, same here. And I would think, like, for you too, Cypher, like, dude, I know you, man. You are such a hard worker. You know, you are, I can imagine, like, you know, you get on your break, or your lunch, as it were, like, you know, you stop by the food truck, you're hungry from having worked, and, you know, like, hunger, or, like, that work is the best flavoring, you know? It's like, that kind of sweat that you put into work, that kind of hunger you get from working, I mean, that's the best flavoring ever. So, you know, like, that works into it too, I dare say. Like, you know, the food truck comes in, you're hungry from having worked really hard, so of course it's gonna taste like the best thing you ever had in your life. Someday I want to tour one of those food trucks. Because, dude, like, I'm so mystified and inspired and impressed by what they're able to pull off in those trucks. Like, dude, the food is so good. It's so high quality. By the way, speaking of high quality, this is another great looking scan from the mod. Like, dude, I've never been able to see Seal's mouth like that before. You know, because it's a very fine sketch. Like, if you look really closely, that sketch for her mouth, it's a very fine, fine sketch that's hard to make out in normal circumstances. The pixel art certainly can't make that out as well. So I've always been kind of curious as to whether, like, what kind of mouth seals is doing there, like whether it's kind of an open mouth or a closed mouth. And this one seems to kind of take a balance of both. But, since the line is so fine, that's a hard thing to translate over to pixel art. So it's really cool. This is, I think, the art that shines out the brightest in the mod and with the scans. So, yeah, really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. But yeah, I've always been kind of mystified about all the witchcraft that I perceive goes into those food trucks. Because, dude, the food is so high quality and so, like, master class that it seems like they got a whole Narnia in there. Like they got a Narnia-esque cooking kitchen in there somehow. Something that just opens up into another pocket dimension where they could just pull out all this Mexican food magic at a moment's notice. But yeah, no, it's very inspiring. And the amount of food they could put out, too, with those food trucks is also crazy. Like, every night I cook for a family of 7, including for myself. No joke. I cook dinner every night for a family of 7. And, I can tell you that the massive amounts of food that I make for the whole fam takes some really big cooking tools, like some really big pans, really big, like trays and bowls and stuff. I use really big cooking tools in general to accommodate, like, the mass amounts of ingredients that I'm working with. But, like, those food trucks, they gotta work on a smaller scale, and I don't know how they make it work. I think it's kind of crazy to me. So that's why I say I want to tour one of these days. I'm here is just that I need to finish something from work. Oh, okay. I thought you were lurking, Akutaizo. Yo, you came out of lurking. What did you encounter a creepy crawly? Did you encounter a radioactive spider that forced you out of lurking and into the chat again? Because if so, you're welcome here. I won't bite you. Or I might, but I don't know. Me being from Mexico. Oh, nice! You're the same breed as Lynx then. Oh, no wonder you two get along so well. Nice, man, nice. Me being from Mexico, I can tell you the best Mexican food is the one you find on street food trucks or self-business from families. Oh, that's cool, man. Yo, dude, that's so cool to know that it's the same case even in Mexico. Like, okay, that makes sense. Like, that makes sense why the food trucks in California are equally as good. Because it just stands to reason, doesn't it, that those people have experience managing food trucks in their own countries. And who knows how far back they go with those, right? But, no, okay, that makes sense why they are so good over here. If it is because they're just as good in Mexico. Like, one taco stand that I enjoy a lot started with the owner and his wife selling it on the streets. Oh, nice! While fighting? They own the building where they sell tacos. Yeah, no, they're always... it's always going to be like that, man. And I'm not even inclined... I'm not even so ready to say that they are fighting. I feel like that's just the dynamic of cooking in the kitchen or cooking food for a lot of people. I feel like you just naturally, when you're working with someone and cooking with someone for a whole bunch of people, I feel like you just naturally find yourself screaming. Just as a way of getting across orders, and like, oh, this person needs that on the pronto, and it's the best way to express urgency, just to be like yelling. But I guess you would, maybe they were fighting, I don't know, but I think it's also reasonable to assume they might have just been shouting orders at each other to get the food running, to get the food going. Now they own a building where they sell tacos. Oh, that's cool though. That's cool that they work their way up, dude. It always makes me so happy. It always makes me so happy when I see stuff like that. Because dude, these people put so much work into those food trucks, and it's a lot of work, like running a food truck like that. So it's really, I'm always really heartwarmed to hear when I do hear that those people move up eventually, and like they start at the food trucks, but then eventually they move up to like their own place, and that's what they deserve. Like, absolutely, they deserve every ounce of a bigger establishment, to garner a bigger group of people, because like they're not able to serve as many people as they want in those food trucks. They can serve a lot of people, but not as much as they can in a building. So it's always very nice for me to hear stories like that. I remember working with one guy actually, whose dream it was to eventually own a restaurant, and he eventually did it. He eventually did work his way up the ranks to buying his own place eventually, but by working so hard, unfortunately, like his back gave out. He ran into all these muscle problems, so he eventually had to sell the store because he worked so hard getting the store that by the time he had it, he was like, all his muscles were worn out, and his back was giving out too. So that was more one of the sadder endings. But yeah, that can happen as well. Like, you work hard fulfilling your dream, and then by the time you get it, you're all kind of broken down, and you can't quite reap the rewards you thought you could. So, that's what always makes me say that you have to be really careful about how hard you fight for the things you want, because you don't want to risk your own welfare or, your own health in the process. Like, that gets kind of dangerous. That's how you know the food's gonna be good. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Not only that, but they do give to hobos. Oh, nice. Oh, dude, I love that too. I love that. Like, man, people on the street have it so rough. Like, they deserve, they deserve some comfort in their life. Dude, they have it so rough. My heart goes out to all those people. And, I don't care where they came from. I don't care what happened to them, to get to where they did. I don't care about the story. I don't care about their history. They should not be in that state. I know that I would not like to be in there, so I feel for them. My heart goes out to them. Peak Zero, yes! Peak Zero! Doing what we can. Yo, Lynx, welcome in, man. Hey, how you doing? What were you doing earlier? You were Star Force, I think? Yeah, you were doing Star Force. That's right. Good stuff, man. Yo. Hey, how you doing, Lynx? Holding up? We do have a Coca-Cola issue. Yeah. It's true. I live in Southern California, which, is close enough to Mexico, so it's that does happen, but no, dude, Mexicans are such cool people, all the same. I mean, we all have a problem. Let's face it, every culture has its problems. But, with that, it's always a trade-off, isn't it? You're never going to be in a perfect world. But, yeah, doing good. I'm doing good too, Lynx. Yeah, I was just telling the fam here. Had some good food today, man. I made pizza. I made pizza on a French loaf. Pizza on a French loaf. And if you want to know the appeal of that, well, let me just sum it up for you by saying garlic bread plus pizza toppings is absolute win. That's pretty much what it was about, because it was like, that's legit what it was, because you're brushing the loaf with a garlic and olive oil mix for start, and then you cook that in the oven for a few minutes, get it all nice and crisp. Then you top it with the pizza toppings. Then it comes out of the oven, and it's basically garlic bread plus pizza, which is like the best thing in the world. Then I had some leftover chocolate cake, which just made it even better. So yeah, good stuff. I have a lot of energy from that meal, so that's why I'm chatting up a storm and having diarrhea of the mouth, which is kind of like makes you think I'm having that kind of food every day, but no, I promise I'm not. Yo, but yeah, good to see the fam in here. I know. What toppings? Okay, so I did two of them. For the whole fam. My fam, it's I was feeding a family of 7, as I do on most days. So I did one with just pepperoni and cheese, mozzarella, and the cheese mix was mozzarella and Parmesan. So that did one with just that. Then the other had bell pepper, red onion, and sausage. Italian sausage. Great stuff. Needless to say, I'm burping, by the way, just to illustrate in proper Asian style just how good the meal was. Also, I think I sorted out the problems I was having with my mic. You know, Varunius came in here the other day and he was like, "What's up?" And that's like my the litmus test for all my mics is whether I can do that "was up" cry and not get clipped. You know, for my mic. But and he said it sounded good when I did the "was up" the other day. But I listened to it afterward. He was wrong. It did not sound good. It was kind of clipping out. And I did some research afterwards. It seems like it was my noise reduction filter on OBS. I disabled that, and now it seems to be working fine. I can test that out right now, actually, by asking you all, "What's up?" I'm sorry, I should have prepared you all for that. I should have revved it up like 3, 2, 1. Now I probably just blew all your ears out, which I'm sorry about. But I have a compressor. I have a compressor filter and a limiter as well, so maybe it didn't sound as bad as I think it did. But yeah, I'm gonna listen to the recording after, or the VOD afterward, and see if that sounded good, because I'm kind of slowly starting to learn that I can't trust you all when it comes to mic checks. Like I find that when I ask you guys how something sounds, you're all like, "It sounds fine, it's cool," and then when I listen to it later on, I'm like, "No, this does not sound good. They're all wrong. I don't trust any of these absolute liars." So yeah, never mind. I'm kidding. I love you all. Low-key. But okay, sounds good on my end too. I just wasn't here during that clip. Okay, I hear you, Lynx. Well, I trust you would have told the truth then. You may not have been one of the liars here. Sounds good on my end. Insert "Don't tread on me" flag. I know, don't tread on me. I'm so delicate and sensitive. I'm like a little petunia or something, or like a clover. No, that's the appropriate reference. I'm playing 0-2 here. The clovers are eternally relevant to this game. That's what the ending theme of this game is called, by the way. It's called Clover. I'm sorry. I'll get back to the game in a second. Everyone who's here, who is my? I'm sorry. My latest, the person who followed me a few minutes ago. If you followed me for 0 content, then I promise I'll get back to 0 in a few minutes. But I have diarrhea of the mouth, so excuse me. That's why my region's Little Caesars kicks yeah. The bread is garlic bread. Apparently, Mexico's LC is better than the US's. Is it better than the Little Caesars is better in Mexico? Really? I don't know, Lynx. Like, I like 99% of everything I eat is home cooked. I do all my own cooking, so I don't explore much of what Little Caesars has to offer usually. The food I generally, if I do eat out, it's usually In-N-Out, which is like super close to me. And In-N-Out is good stuff. It's always been good stuff. So, yeah. I believe that our Little Caesar isn't the best, but most people here go to Little Caesars for the price, not the flavor. True. Yeah. It's true. Yeah, it's cheap. So that kind of determines it. Probably cheaper than even making it yourself, honestly. Let's see. You gotta make me build the Killdozer. Yeah! You should totally do that. Yo, Cypher, that Rockin' Data emote, please upload that to FFC. I want to steal it. I want to do the veritable old, "I'll steal it! No one will ever know!" It's good, dude. Volnut's face there is excellent. I love the face he's making there. It's great. In-N-Out, they say those are good. Yeah, it is good. No, absolutely. Some people gaslight you into thinking that, no, it's overrated. It's not. It's absolutely not. They'll also gaslight you into thinking the fries are overrated. They're also not. They're also very good. Dude, you did the voice so well. Did I? It's all thanks to my mic. It's all thanks to the new mic. Oh, I like it. Or Josh. It very well might be that Josh is rubbing off on me too. The eternal Yoshinator. Oh man, I gotta get Josh in here to do more voice impressions. I swear to God, if I ever get around to making voice redeems or like sound redeems for my channel, which I haven't done yet, I've just like I've not been inspired in the least to make voice redeems or sound redeems. But if I ever do, I could almost guarantee you guys that like 50% of those voice redeems are going to be Josh sound effects. like old Josh sound effects from the old Get Me Off the Moon days, or even nowadays. But dude, his voice impressions are just ridiculously good. So I think I picked up a thing or two from him. He's told me that I do a good Shaggy too. Like Zoinks, Scoob, we gotta book it. Like Zoinks, or something like that. What are we gonna do, Scoob? Something like that. And then he does the best Scooby. So a man has been believed by the government in Lego City. Build the killdozer. Oh, okay. I'll just do that at my earliest convenience. Okay, like Zoinks, Scoob, we better get back to the gameplay before we lose followers. Shoinks. I don't know if he says joinks. I don't remember if I saved, so we're gonna save again. This is the one. Jeez, I'm getting off to a late start here. Dude, I've been talking for 40 minutes? Ain't no way I've been talking for 40 minutes and only did one stage. That's insane. Holy crap, what the heck? Base talking chat. I know, where's the time go? Where's it go? It's just disappearing under my nose. It's because of all those multiple personalities that I'm taking on here. It's like for each personality that I'm impersonating with their voice, it's like the time is being squarely shared between all of them and or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. Pasado comodidad de los padrinos mágicos. Yes, I'm going to pretend that I understand what that means because I'm so embarrassed that my Spanish blood has not compelled me to remember my Spanish. I'm embarrassed. So embarrassed. My ancestors would be so disappointed in me. I say it every time, but it bears repeating. It's like I live in the constant shame that I cannot live up to their standards. So my way of making up for it is to just repeat it over and over. It's like that's my penance. That's my eternal penance. Perpetually. You know what I love? Oh, hold on. I should probably focus on this for a hot minute. Did I get him? I got him. Cool. Whoa, okay. I did not expect to fall off the ladder of all things. That was kind of crazy. That's never happened before. Hashtag trademark. Registered trademark. I was gonna say, I love reading your guys' Spanish. The reason I love reading your guys' Spanish is because I know I can accurately imagine it with a Mexican accent. Which I think is kind of low-key the best Spanish, honestly. Like, Mexican Spanish is so nice to listen to for its, like, sing-songy sort of tone. Like, it sounds so, like, whimsical and joyous and charming. I really do love it. Ooh, Mexico! I know, right? It's always been like, dude, it kind of low-key makes me seem like, you know, hello fellow kids, almost, because, you know, here I am like 50% Mexican, but I'm not completely Mexican, so I'm like, I feel like I do that a lot, where it's like I'm trying to blend in, but no, like, I really do appreciate Mexican culture. And it's like, it makes me seem like I'm, you know, a Mexican weeb in a way, but because I'm like a try-hard somehow. But no, it's like, I'm legit proud of it. Even if I've not retained the language, even if I have not retained a lot of the culture. And I grew up in California. Weebsican, I know, legit, man. I would always, because, you know, my mom grew up calling me, oh wait, no, I can't. No, hold on, I almost doxed myself. I almost doxed my first name. Which I could do. I mean, you know, those of you who have known me for a long time probably know my first name. But my old Mexican coworkers, and I've had a lot of them over the years, my old Mexican coworkers and my mother growing up would call me by my, you know, my first name with a Mexican bend on it, and it essentially means in English, like, you know, little, like, you know, little place name here. You know, so if my name was Matthew, it's not, but if my name was Matthew, like, the name would translate to, like, Little Matthew. But, yeah. And I always loved that. I always loved, I appreciate, I was happy that I got those coworkers on board with that, because, you know, it made me feel right at home. I know, the Weebsikin's going strong. It's a little embarrassing, but also, I'm proud of it. It kind of, like, low-key reminds me of, you know, like, Americans. Generally, if you're American, you're never proud to be American. I feel like that's the trend. If you grew up in America, you're never happy to be American. Or you're never, like, proud to say that's where you're from. But, you know, the people who do, like, all those people who do have, like, the American flags in the, you know, at the front of their houses, usually they're not from America. Usually they're from another place, like another country, and they're happy to be here. And that's kind of the vibe, the reverse vibe that I feel like I give off every time I talk about Mexico. I'm grinding here, by the way. Grinding weapons for the levels. It takes 35 full charge saber slashes to get to the... What I'm trying to do right now is get the quick charge. And to do that, you need to hit these things 35 times with a fully charged saber. So, it's the perfect time to yap. And I don't have to worry about getting distracted, because it'll let me know when I reach the max rank. Nobody has taken the anti-grind. I know. Guys, by the way, Lynx, if you would do me the absolute favor, I was going to say privilege. I may as well say privilege. I don't know why I censored myself there. If you would do me the honor of posting the Game Banana link down below, people, and tell people what they can do to, you know, help you increase the bounty on that mod request. Because I want to get everyone to do that. So, oh, hold on, I got the max. Now I gotta focus a little bit here. But yeah, Lynx, I'd really appreciate that if you promoted it. Because I feel like, what I was able to do to help you increase the bounty, everyone else can do that too. And I think it'd be nice. Like, guys, if you support me and these Zero playthroughs, I'd appreciate your supporting the mod request that Cat Lynx put in for an anti-grind mod for Mega Man Zero 1 and 2 on Game Banana. Now, thank you for pinning it, Lynx. Yo, good job, man. Yeah. Yeah, Lynx, it isn't that bad, technically. I mean, in Zero 1, it takes me like 7 minutes, and in Zero 2, it takes like 4 minutes. But it's still boring, you know? It's still tedious, and it's never something that I look forward to, so I still want it out of here. I've never liked it. But, yeah, I mean, if you guys want to... so basically how it works is that you can put in a mod request, and then there's a bounty associated with that mod request, so that if someone accepts it, they get the points from that bounty. And the higher the bounty, the more incentive they have to take on the request. And what you can do... Did I get max? I did. Okay, so I'm going to stop here for a second to explain this. What you can do... you can... Oh, let me see if I can remember how this works. If you subscribe to Cat Lynx, who put that mod request in, you can give him more points for that bounty. And further incentivize other people, other modders to come in and accept that mod to make it a reality. I did that, and I was able to, put some more points toward that. So if you would like to help out with that, then I'd appreciate that. Lynx posted the Game Banana link in there. If you can, you might have to make a Game Banana account, which I understand is a hassle, but if you could do that, I would appreciate that. Then subscribe to Lynx. And I think then you'll get some points. You'll get some points for the bounty that you can contribute to the bounty, and then he'll get points as well, also that he can contribute to the bounty. And all that will further incentivize people to take on that mod, whoever knows how to do it. If I knew how to do it myself, I would do it, but I don't, so... It's a shame the modding scene outside of the classic Bound Network is a tad lacking. It's true, Lynx. Yeah, nobody plays Zero. Nobody but the hardcore people play Zero, and most of the hardcore people I think are retired. So, give me a second while I turn my fan on, actually. I'm getting hot. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's why I'm here, to do 100 playthroughs of 100 points. Get it out there. Okay, let's see if I can jump over this. Hey, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'd like to get 16 off, but that's good enough. Okay, I got only 15 off there too, but I still think it's enough. If it's not, then I could be in trouble, but I don't think I am. There we go. The wiggle strats. Yeah, links. I mean, I'm gonna keep spreading that around. You know, and yeah, you'll keep spreading it around too. I'd like to think eventually something will happen, and not bats. Well, these are all things that I didn't want happening, actually. Yeah, wiggling do be surprisingly hard. Okay, so I took 4 hits there, which is a lot. If I enable defense form right now, I might have like a 25% chance of taking at least 1 hit, but that's operating under the very bold assumption that even one of his attacks will do 1 point of damage, or like 2 points, which will be split in half with the defense form. But okay, the only way we know is to start. Good stuff. Oh, not that. Oh, not the floor rumble. No, freaking really? That's 6 points. Oh, wait. I was about to reset. That would have been stupid. What I'm actually going to do here, I'm going to game over. This is actually a good chance to show off a pretty cool optimization. I'm going to game over here. You might think that would turbo tank my rank, but it actually doesn't. If you game over in 0-2, then your preceding continue will reset your rank. And the reason I'm doing that instead of resetting the file is because I've just grinded all my levels for my weapons. If I were to reset the game and redo the stage, then I would have to regrind my weapons. But if I game over, the game over does not save all the lives I'm losing because of this, you know. Oh, also I should switch out of defense form, maybe in a proto form. I'll die faster that way. But yeah, the reason I'm doing a continue or a game over instead of a reset is because a game over will reset my mission score, but not my levels. So I'll be able to redo the stage, but not redo the grinding, and that's a big deal. But I almost reset. I almost did. Muscle memory almost took over, and I almost reset the stage. But yeah, little tip, good tip for you there. That's actually very handy. Because sometimes you don't feel like resetting the game, either due to a really long cutscene that you don't want to have to do over again, or just because you don't want to bear the indignity of resetting the game somehow. But yeah, that's totally a strat you can do to very nice effect. And that's what I did there, because I messed up my wiggle. Yeah, that's what happened there, by the way. The reason I took too many hits from that one bullet thing, or the energy reactor, was because I messed up my wiggle. Wiggle strats can be surprisingly hard. I find that usually I do a lot easier with right wiggle strats. Like, if I have to wiggle to the right, it's a lot easier for me for some reason. Maybe because I'm right-handed, I don't know. I kind of low-key feel like that does factor into it, honestly. As weird as it sounds. But if I have to wiggle to the left, it's not so easy. Wiggling to the right is easier. Although I did mess up there anyway. But yeah, like you can see here, I have my fully grinded weapons. Even though I game overed. Because game overing does not reset that much. I think it would also save... Oh, I got myself in a bit of a precarious situation here now, though. Okay, guys, okay, pass on. Pass, okay, you know what, we're just gonna wait that out, because we're very nice and patient little boys. This is taking forever. It's a good thing there's a 6-minute time limit here for this stage. Yeah. If I got hit by those things, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. They do 1 point of damage, even without defense form. In an ideal world, of course, I would enable defense form, and they would do 0 damage, because 0 is technically half of 1. But it does not do that. Let's do one more volley, because I can. I have the extra time. Yeah, we're good. We are not going to mess it up this time. Nope, we did. Okay, that was still fine, though. If you can mess up one of them, you want to mess up that one, because that one, the bullets from that one do not deflect off the floor. Now, if I mess up the upcoming one, those ones do deflect off the floor. There we go. Good stuff. But yeah, if those bullets did deflect off the floor, then I would have gotten hit there. But put myself in a good place. Nice. Really? Not nice. Good, I got him. I hate this attack. I hate it especially when he throws that up. Oh, wait. Defense form. I might be taking a hit there. Yep, I did. Are you there? There he is. Whew. I know, sheesh, right? That's the worst possible combination when he uses his invincible dash attack and then the pillars are rising up from the floor. I easily would have gone over the limit there if I didn't enable defense form. I wasn't exactly on my game either, though, because he ended that dashing attack kind of like right when the flame pillars were coming up. But then I shot another shot at him when he reset his position, and then he went into another attack that I wasn't ready for. So I was kind of not on top of my game, but at least I remembered the defense form. That was a big deal. Okay, flame chip in action. I think I want active form here too, actually. Skybane is un Nasha in Gears of War. I understand that. I'm a Nasher in Gears of War, yes. I guess so. Which file? Number 10, I think. Or 3, rather. Never played Gears. Uh-oh. We're not grinding any Gears today. I haven't either, though. It's okay, Lynx, you're in good company. I'll accept you, even when Nakotaizu won't. Although he'll get mad at you in English, which is probably worse than my not getting mad at you. Or no, he'll get mad at you in Spanish, which is probably worse than my not getting mad at you in English. Let's see, over here. I'll accept him, he's my friend. With friends like that, who needs enemies, am I right? Besides, he knows my pink waifu and respects me. Which one? I feel like we all have multiple. Oh, I do not want that. by any means. When did I equip that? That thing's garbage. Oh, I love this music! Ugh. Hold on. Hold on. Turning this up, because I love the music so much. So good, man. Don't freeze me. Grinding time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14 should be enough. More than enough, even. Ice Brain is still Pigman. Oh, forgot about you. I always forget about him, actually. Nope, hold on. We're not ready yet. Okay, never mind. It stopped anyway. I was gonna listen to this. I was gonna let the song play out, but then the boss doom music had to set in. Unfortunately, dude, I gotta go slower. I gotta go slower to let that music play out. It's so good, man. Time to spark Mandrill, this sucker. And now that I said that, just watch him pull out the 1% chance of not spawn. Okay, never mind. I didn't jinx it. Or I did jinx it, but I outdid the jinx. I reverse jinxed it by acknowledging that I could jinx it, potentially. Gameplay of Canon Zero, heck yeah, man. I know, dude. That has honestly influenced why I've wanted to hardcore play Zero a little bit. Not a whole lot, but there's a bit of that going on. Not gonna lie, because like my canon image of Zero is him just hacking and slashing his way through everything effortlessly, with the possible exception of the Omega fight, Omega and Wild. Like those, I want to imagine him struggling a bit more, you know, with like cracks all over his armor and whatnot. But, yeah. Never seen that code name? Really? I don't pay attention to those, honestly. Is that rare? I want to say there's a system that influences those things, in a consistent way, though. But yeah, dude, Ice Brain is probably one of my favorite tracks in here. You know, it's the one I catch myself rocking out to the most in this game, I think. Well, that and in the opening stage. Yeah. But Ice Brain's nice because you can listen. I mean, the stage is the stage gives you plenty of time to listen to it play out, like generally, because like when you encounter the mid boss, and this is one thing I do not like about 03. 03, you encounter a mid boss. Same thing with 01 too. 01, 03, and 04. When you encounter a mid boss, it plays like a mid boss theme, which interrupts the music. But in this theme, or in that stage, you know, when you encounter the ice golem, the music just keeps playing. So you can hear it play out for a long time, like a lot longer than you would hear most songs play out. And dude, I just dig that because it's such a great song. Yeah, it's great. Recall you're getting always Hero and Redeemer. That might be one of the early S-rank code names then. Yeah, one of the code names associated with the early S ranks, because I think the code rank, or the code names are they change as you continue getting consecutive S ranks, and I think with like 7 consecutive S ranks you get the Immortal or something like that. Yeah, Nickelback title when I don't know, man. I mean, you might be surprised. I mean, there are a number of very funny nicknames in here like that, where like they have like Wounded Edgeman, or like Speedy Edgeman, or yeah, Wounded Edge Boy. There actually are a ton of code names in this game, and a lot of them are really hilariously offensive. Or like they're intended to be offensive, but they just end up sounding funny. But Lynx was telling me recently that actually in Japan they go full out offensive. Like they are legit, just like straight up rage bait. I don't think they get that far in. I don't think they're like that in English. I think they're just funny, but in Japanese, yeah, they're straight up rage bait. Yeah, they're just telling you that you suck, yeah. And I find that very amusing. Very funny. I'm gonna try to do this without defense form for a change. I never do that, because these gears like to eat you alive. Hello, they are so rude. Those guys are terrible too. I saw you coming. You see me coming, they hating. Oh, look at him coming from the back. Funny, funny guy. Oh, I didn't want to go here. I want to go on top, actually. Oh, this music's also great. I'm really glad I let that music play out by the time I get here. Because by this point, it pretty much loops. With the remastered soundtrack, it goes on longer, but, you get to hear the best of it. Anyway. I think I might need, like, 10 to 12 extra enemies in this stage. Gotta pull up my notes. I'm kind of just running by memory. Just vibing through here, which is how I do things normally. Let me actually get up those notes. Let's see here. Never mind, I don't have notes here. I don't have notes for this stage because I am apparently just that used to vibing it out. Let me switch this out. We got Ice Chip? Yeah, we got Ice Chip. I think I can just buster my way through the rest of this, yeah. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That should be enough. Killed enemy 64. Yeah, Lynx, it really doesn't help me out to hear a number, because I don't count the enemies as I go on. But thank you for throwing that in there. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I should have just said thank you to begin with there. Kind of made it sound like I'm a know-it-all and I don't need your help. Excuse me for that. No, it's on me. No, I assure you, it's on me, Lynx. Don't get me started, man. 68 though, that was good. I'm glad I went with the 12. What do we do next? Let's see. We can stick with that. We can go with Fire Chip for the High Leg Urabockle, or Urabockle. I don't like how I have to walk all the way to Seal, though, to save. Kind of annoying. Maybe that's the next mod we need. It's the next request we'll put on Game Banana. Bring Seal closer to us, so we can save faster. CJ mod. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, that's what I call it. I knew a guy named CJ, actually. Yes, I did know a guy named CJ. He came in clutch one time. CJ, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. I haven't seen that dude in eons. Actually, you know what? I'm just now thinking about him, and what a curious story I do have with him. CJ was a guy I met at Capcom. He was one of the guys, one of the locals who were present at one of the Capcom USA Monster Hunter gatherings at their headquarters, because that is, believe it or not, a thing that Capcom did back in the day. Capcom USA would host these parties, like these promotional events at their headquarters, where they would invite locals in, and, you know, for like events like associated with Monster Hunter or any of their like, you know, their recent releases. And yeah, they would invite the locals on, and they would have free soda and pizza in addition to other things. They would have like cosplayers and like these cool little set pieces and whatnot. Really cool things. But I met CJ at one of these events. CJ was a really cool guy. He actually knew about Get Me Off the Moon. He knew about the Legends 3 support initiatives that were going on at the time. So it was the funniest thing. So, you know, I get to talking with him. We get to talking about Mega Man, and I bring up the Legends 3 thing, and then he brings up the, you know, Get Me Off the Moon and, you know, the Legends 3's revival efforts, and then I bring up in turn, obviously, that oh yeah, I'm actually the leader of that page. I'm actually the leader of that support cause, and CJ, I could see his, like, no joke, his this was crazy. It was kind of like, I didn't expect it at all. His jaw drops on the spot, and he extends his hand. He wants to shake my hand. Good CJ. He wants to shake my hand on the spot for leading that cause. So that was the only time in the world where anyone ever wanted to shake my hand for something, and it was it was very interesting. You know, it was really cool. Not gonna lie. Gave me a little more confidence that day, a little more self-respect, even if it isn't completely deserved. But yeah, and then, you know, in the future he would like drive me to future Capcom support or Capcom USA events. But yeah, CJ was a cool guy. I hope that wherever he is in the world, he's doing well. Yeah, thank you for reminding me of him, Nekotaizu. This CJ Good was cool, you know. He knew about Los Santos. I'm probably sure he did. Yeah, I mean, you know, we were in California. That's close enough to Los Santos, right? Because that's where the Capcom USA headquarters was. It was in San Mateo, California, which is not Southern California. You know, it's but, you know, close enough. It's in California. It's in the state. You know, it's close enough. I would never not be mad about Legends 3 being canceled. Same here, man. Same here. That's why I speedrun the MML3 prologue, and why I keep talking about it. I am a little less willing than most to let these things go. Time has passed. A lot of people have gotten over it, but no, I will never. And I'm not angry necessarily. I'm just really disappointed. Well, okay, I'm a little angry. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I'm not gonna deceive myself or anyone else here. Role cosplayers, no role cosplayers, but there were Kieran cosplayers. Not the Gunvolt Kieran, but like the Kieran armor cosplayers from Monster Hunter. And there is an even better appeal in that, if you ask me. And I don't think I even have to elaborate, honestly. If you know Kieran, you know. No, Akotaizu, I didn't work at Capcom, but I lived like 20 minutes away from the Capcom USA headquarters at the time. So I got to know a number of Capcom employees, and then I would go up to their, because back in the day I used to run the Legends 3 revival group, Get Me Off the Moon. I was one of the main guys behind the event, like creating the events and contests and whatnot. So I would go to their headquarters on occasion, partly to hang out, but also to show the employees like the projects we were putting together. And, like I would bring my laptop over there, and then I would pull some of the employees aside on occasion and show them their projects. And they were always really cool about it. The senior vice president at the time, Christian Svensson, was always particularly cool, and he knew where I came from. He knew what Get Me Off the Moon was. And those guys had nothing but respect for everything we did and everything we tried to do. Gregaman in particular, who was the community liaison, and also the, back when Legends 3 was going on, he was like the main English to Japanese or Japanese to English translator and liaison between the English dev room and the Japanese dev room. But he in particular was an absolute gem. I got to interviewing, and I got to know those guys, and then later on I got to interview them. You can find the interviews up on the old Get Me Off the Moon YouTube page if you look for them now. But that's the best way you'll understand what I'm talking about how cool those guys were. Particularly Gregaman. Like, if you look into the old, and it's pretty straightforward. You look up Get Me Off the Moon interviews Gregaman, you'll find the interview. It's like an hour and a half long, but you get a really good idea of just how cool Greg was there. Greg Moore was his full name, but the dude was so enlightening and supportive, and just an overall really cool dude. I remember even, there was one occasion where I won a Mega Man 10 speedrunning contest. That was another thing they did back in the day. They did speedrunning contests from time to time. And for they did a Mega Man 10 speedrunning contest at one point, and it was kind of like, it was a stage-to-stage speedrunning contest where, speedrunners would come in and see who could do, individual stages faster than the others. I came out on top beating Solar Man stage faster than anyone else. And then Capcom Unity, the Capcom guys, they made a video about that, where they showed off, they showcased all the speed runs in total there. And when my showcase, or when my speed run came around, they were really nice. They gave me a shout out, and mentioning that I'd come to the headquarters, that I was a local there, that I'd come to their headquarters, and that I even had given them gifts for my group, which I had on a number of occasions. So yeah, I mean, not to brag or anything, but I'm primarily trying to showcase just how cool those guys were. Capcom in Japan was always a little difficult, but I don't have many complaints about Capcom USA. I thought they were always really cool. Sven L is real trolling. Yeah, Sven back then said my Mega Man 9 Endless Mode had a secret, but people dig deep. Oh, that was Seth Keelian, Lynx. No, that was Seth Keelian that said that. A secret, but people dig deep and never found anything. People began even data mining the game. I always wondered what that was about. Yeah, no, that was Seth Keelian who always pushed for that. No, but I get the confusion, though. Actually, Lynx, if you want to hear something really funny, when I first met Christian Svensson, I accidentally called him Seth. And I did that a few times. He actually had to correct me after a couple times calling him Seth, and I had to say to him, "I'm so sorry. I'm always getting you guys mixed up." But yeah, that is a understandable. I get it. But yeah, no, that was Seth Keelian, and he has since. I never got a chance to meet him, but a lot of the other Legends boys did. We stormed the Capcom booth at New York Comic Con back in the day, and he was on board that, and he was really cool to all the guys there, all the Legends 3 boys, and girls. Yeah, so he was always really cool too. Okay, getting back into the game. It's gonna be a very late night by the time I actually finish this run, I swear. Getting into the old memories. Whoa, okay. I was not prepared for the bees. Not the bees! I will not get hit by any moles, though. I just got hit by a mole. Of course I would jinx that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's probably too much, but they're so easy to defeat in groups. Oh. How much damage did I take there, actually? Is there a mole here? I feel like there's a mole here. These moles always get me. Okay, we're good. We're in the clear. Now let's switch here. But yeah, I always wonder what that Mega Man 9 secret was about. We never did find out about it. Never. I even asked, or I had a bud of mine ask Aizu. I interviewed Takuya. Takuya Aizu was the CEO of Inti Creates, actually, if you don't know. He was the producer behind Mega Man Zero in particular. Or, well, the whole Zero series. He still is the CEO of Inti Creates to this day. But Inti Creates also made Mega Man 9. I interviewed Aizu on a couple occasions, but on another occasion where I didn't interview him, he showed up at a con, and Ryan King, who was another bud of mine from Get Me Off the Moon, I had him ask Aizu about the Mega Man 9 secret, and Ryan King, he went into the whole spiel, he made sure to give the actual context for what that was about, in case Aizu had no idea. So he went into how there was a whole what was that, pop culture? I think, there was a whole video covering the Mega Man 9 secret, and it was pop culture or something. But he went into that video, he mentioned Pop Fiction, thank you, Lynx. But he went into that. He gave the whole context and everything, and then he asked Aizu what that was about, what the Mega Man 9 secret was about. Aizu had no idea what he was talking about. And he said as far as he knew, there was no deep, dark secret in Mega Man 9. So there you go. That comes from the actual producer of that game. If he doesn't know about it, I don't know who's going to tell us about it. Maybe Seth made it up as engagement bait. That's what everyone's saying, yeah. That's what I'm inclined to say, too, at this point. It's the easiest thing to say, I think. And it might be true. It could have been engagement bait. I mean, because, come on, if the producer doesn't know about it... Let's face it, something's going on. There's some shenanigans at play if he doesn't know about it. Is there something there? I don't think there's anything there. Hello? You get a crush down? You do your old crush thing? I am always so scared I'm gonna walk into that door. I say it every time, but it keeps being true. And if I do walk into that door, then I skip that guy, and I get mission points deducted, and it's not fun. The endless mode was the Rockman we played all along. Yeah, I know, everyone thought it was... Well, that's what Seth was saying back in the day, that it was tied to endless mode. But, I mean, Pop Fiction went all the way to the highest number screen in endless mode, and they didn't find a darn thing. Yeah, it could have been Seth Rogen. That's a stunt he would pull. He would pull that for engagement bait. Mean. Okay. Not mean enough. Not meaner than me. Death and destruction around every corner. Holy crap, it's X! The legendary hero! The hero of the hour. Ekusu. Original Ekusu. Also, how do you guys feel about the Reaverbot ruins that we just came out of? Where are the Reaverbots? Zero, this ruckus woke me up. The hell's going on? Dude, Lynx, that's straight up the impression I get, honestly. X says he's going back to sleep. At the end of 01, he's like, boss, I'm tired. I want to get a good night's rest for once in, a couple hundred years. You got this, man. Please let me sleep, for crying out loud. I just want to rest. Please, let me sleep. And X is like, I got you, bro. Nothing's gonna happen. You're gonna sleep to your heart's content, man. I got it from here on. It's all on me, bro. It's all on me. I got this. And then, a month later, or wait, this game takes place, I think, a year later. And it's like, oops. Oops, sorry I woke you up, bro. I didn't mean to. Well, it wasn't Zero's fault, but... still. It's like... He was trying to sleep, and he deserved it. But here we are, waking him up. Also, what am I going with for my loadout? I think we're with active form here. That seems right. That seems justified. Maybe even a lightning chip? Wait, where's Seal? Seal's over there, that's right. I want to sleep! I want to sleep, X! Sleep deprivation is mavericking my bleep and bleep! Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about X, though. Like, X wants to be the one sleeping. So he's the one who should be saying that, not, you know, not Zero. Although Zero is easily like that on other occasions, for real. Zero's like, X, I have a virus, I'm going to sleep. Don't mess things up while I'm asleep. Okay. Then Zero wakes in Z1 and is like, X, what the hell did you do? I know, right? X is gonna do what he gotta do, yo, Killua! We got the Sugoi Killua in the chat, fam! The one who's absolutely killing it, potentially! Yo, she is never afraid to explore the depths and the horrors of the Silent Hill. She is never afraid to explore the absolute, oldest of the oldest tech that comes in the way of Windows XP. She is the one, she is the only, she is the Killua Sugoi. Yo, Killua, how's it going? The hills are silent? They're silent until Killua gets here and she starts doing her Killua things. What a shout out. I know, Killua. It's like, you deserve it. No, there's no exaggeration going on there. You know what you are. You know what you are. How you doing, Killua, by the way? Doing okay? Are you killing it? Looking forward to more Zero. The Zero vibes are always going strong around here, man. X is gonna do what he gotta do. He is, yeah. He's generally very good about doing what he's gotta do. Like, that's, you know, X is a trooper. He will keep on going. Yeah, how's the 100-point playthrough going? It's going well! Yeah, can't complain so far. I usually don't start complaining until the boss rush, honestly. Because when the boss rush comes around, I mean, the heat is jacked up to like 100%. It gets crazy. Like, the difficulty escalates so many levels when you get to the boss rush. Because they're so long, they're so drawn out, and they're so full of all sorts of crap. So I'm generally not inclined to complain until I get to the boss rushes. So naturally, you know, TLDR, it's going okay right now. But yeah, thank you for asking. X is eternal, I know, he is eternal. And I mean, it's represented by the fact he is unlimited potential. You know? He's got that unlimited potential going on, so he is eternally fighting the good fight. Trying to TLDR things? Nuh-uh, I must be in the wrong channel. Killua? Yeah, let me, you know, since you do it, since Kino does it, I gotta say my piece. I gotta take a step up to the podium, you know, and state my case in defense of all the accusations that have been thrown onto my plate and onto my shoulders, which are totally unjustified. By the way, okay, so context: Killua and Kino the Rat, who's another friend of the channel, they are insistent upon the fact that I am a bigger yapper than Kino the Rat, who is also well known as being a very, you know, a very long yapper. He pauses the screen very often, just like I do, to yap, you know, to focus on the chat and see what he has to say. However, but I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true, and here's my argument. My argument is, okay, so I might have more words per minute, okay, because I talk faster than Kino the Rat. I'm willing to admit to that. I talk faster than him. I probably get in more words per minute. However, Kino the Rat's streams are twice as long as my streams. The man, he regularly streams for like 8 hours. You know, so it's like, no one who streams for 8 hours, you know, is going to be talking less than me. The running gig is that these channels like 90% pause screen. They aren't anymore, Killua! They aren't anymore! No, no, you are wrong, Killua. You are wrong. Absolutely erroneous. Erroneous and falsified. No, no, absolutely not. No, that's actual gameplay. I'm just manipulating the RNG. Wrong! I'm getting a little salty. I don't think I don't think it improves my runs. Good, I got them. I'm always afraid of them. Oh, do I got this? I dodged it by like a hair. Hello? Where are my jumps? Could you not for a hot minute? Thank you. Okay, grind fast. Missed that. Hello? Now I'm pretty sure that's enough. The fact you can run and talk, you're already a leg above! Yes! That's such a nice thing for you to say, Killua! You are nothing but compliments, and I'm feeling so much better already! Like, there is no hidden insult in there at all. You were so nice. There we go, good stuff. It was genuine? Yeah, as genuine as you go, I dare say. By the way, Killua, me and David were not telling tall tales when we said it was in fact 100,000 strong for bringing back Mega Man Legends 3. You said it was 10,000, and you didn't quite believe that. But it was in fact 100,000, and I have people on here who can vouch for that. Gorgeous Warner was 10. No, it was 100. It was 100,000, Killua. we were not joshing. It was 100,000, and we did make that goal back in the day. If you look at the page now, you'll see that we have fallen under since then. But you know, that's just because the page has been inactive. Maybe I was in the wrong group. I think that was the only group. Certainly the only group with that number. Mongolia effect. I remember it also being 10,000? Really? Dang, okay, it's spreading. The Mongolia effect. Yeah, the Magnolia effect. By the way, guys, play Ender Magnolia. Fantastic Metroidvania. Great stuff. Yeah, we're all just making it up, actually. It's a big falsification of facts. It is all dark facts, if you like an Ease reference and you get that. Okay, what am I doing here? Ice chip. Yes. Ice chip is a nice chip. Yeah. Going into the fray. There was another Mega Man group. They were called Mega Man Universe. And they were another Mega Man Facebook group. They weren't Legends 3 oriented or Legends related, but they were kind of like all around Mega Man, you know, focusing on the Mega Man franchise in total. They were good friends of ours. Yeah, the guys behind that page regularly shouted us out. Actually, you know, and I recently got a chance to meet that guy, like the one of the lead admins behind that page, just recently. Like I never knew him personally. During Get Me Off the Moon, but I randomly ran into him during Mega May, like totally incidentally, like totally coincidentally. I mean, he was doing a Legends 2 showcase. It was a mod that he made. It was called a Chaos mod that he made for Legends 2, and I was hosting that showcase during Mega May, and I find out during that showcase that he was and I never knew this before, that he was one of the admins on board Mega Man Universe. And he knew Get Me Off the Moon, and he was equally surprised to find out that I was one of the main guys behind that page. So, you know, really cool stuff. Dude, it's such a small world, the Mega Man fan base. You never know who you're going to run into. Get Me Off the Moon was legendary. I'm glad to hear you say that, Killua. Yeah, a lot of people have forgotten about it. Like, I mean, you know, I go to Mega Man communities these days. No one knows me. You know, and a lot of them, you know, a lot of them don't even know Get Me Off the Moon these days, so... and you know, I mean, reasonably so. Like, it's been like 10 years since then. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of a sign of the times. You know, things moved on, people moved on. You know, eventually, what really happened is that we kind of stopped doing things when the Legends fan base kind of stopped, it kind of was dwindling. Like eventually we got to a point where they were like, our campaigns were getting, like 10 submissions or something, if that. And it was really dwindling down, and then we all got busier too. So people, it's like slowly. I mean, and that's what happens with time. People forget it. Like people don't care as much, and then time heals all sadness, as they say. People had to move on eventually. So it eventually like didn't end up being. It dwindled in popularity, but yeah, it was pretty big for the time, but nowadays if you go to Mega Man communities, you're kind of hard pressed to find anyone who knows what it's about, and that's why I don't have like, you know, uh, I don't know, not that I have any reason to be on an ego trip, not that I have any reason to like, think that I was a part of something big there, but that's why I'm not so, I don't go into communities and be like, so, like someone has had, like someone knows my name on the tip of their tongue and they're like, wait, I know that name from somewhere, but I'll never be like, oh, well, maybe Get Me Off the Moon. Like I did stuff there. I never do that. Because I just don't naturally assume these days that they know what Get Me Off the Moon was, because a lot of time has passed, and things have moved on, and yeah, it's a different time. It's but shout outs to David. I mean, he's still doing things there. But yeah, it was big in my heart, damn it. Yeah, it was big in my heart too. We did some really cool things for sure. Things that I think were pretty unprecedented for Mega Man communities at the time. I mean, we were putting out. I mean, we were representing our, like we were actually at cons and we had panels and stuff. We stormed Capcom booths. We met with Capcom staff. And, we made friends with them. We gave them gifts. We got their recognition. We got Inafune to don a Get Me Off the Moon shirt on one occasion. And yeah, there were some big things. We made a game. We made soundtracks, we did contests. That all was pretty unprecedented in the Mega Man community until then. So, but time moves on, and these things can't go on forever. Think there's appetite for a reprise? Maybe so. David has consistently said to me that he would like to kind of initiate a revival if a Legends if a Legends collection came out, like, because that's what he feels would be the main incentive for a revival, and there's the argument to be made that, okay, well, why don't we initiate a revival? Like, why don't we do something to like invigorate the fan base, to like get them going, like instead of Capcom revving things up and then like our riding on that momentum. Why don't we just do it ourselves? Why don't we just rev up the momentum ourselves? Well, it's difficult now because I feel like a lot of people have moved on. And the whole reason that we kind of dropped our activities were because, people stopped really doing, I mean, and it's really hard for me to say this because I don't want to pull a Capcom and say, it's a shame that the fans didn't, it's a shame that the fans didn't want this. I don't want to say that at all, but I mean, the fact was that the things did dwindle down after a time, and that it was hard to continue activities after a point because of that. Yeah, but that's a dangerous race to the bottom. No activity, no fans, no activity. Yeah, it's true. It's true. No, Killua, you're absolutely right. It's a difficult line to balance. There's an argument to be made for both sides. Really, I mean, it wasn't just about the fan base dwindling down. It was also like we got busier. More specifically, I got busier. With IRL obligations and whatnot, so I kind of dropped off the face of the earth for a good decade. And I'd kind of put myself in the precarious position where I'd kind of like monopolized the Get Me Off the Moon leadership. Like after a point, like I was kind of the main one doing things, and not really delegating work out as much as I should have, maybe. Like, to people who had more time to manage that stuff. But it got to a point where it was difficult to even do that because, like again, the fan base was dwindling down. And even if I was supportive of that stuff, there weren't very many other people in the backstage, in the Get Me Off the Moon backstage, who kind of shared that same level of passion. But, I don't want to put it off as all that. Like, it was a mix of different things, to be honest. Yeah. Honestly, still feels. Oh, I'm missing out on so much chat because I'm yapping so much. Okay, we're gonna have more pause screen here. Killua, look the other way. Just pretend I'm playing the game while I'm chatting and being really skilled about it, with no volume, with no game audio going on. Just have Killua. You have a really good imagination. Just pretend I'm playing the game while I'm yapping right now, and we can pretend like nothing happened. And Kino doesn't have to know anything different. Yeah, the world goes around. It's true. Yeah, but that's a dangerous race. Oh, I read that already. It's really a shame how one mistake soured so much in the fandom. I still hope him and Capcom make you. Or something like that. Yeah. Something like that. I think with the new comic, I think with the new comic coming out in Mega Man 12, it might not be a bad time. No pressure or anything. I appreciate that, Killua. It's good to hear thoughts like that from you guys because, I'm always trying to gauge things out too. Like, I'm in different Legend circles. So, I'm like always kind of silently in the background gauging the interest in Legends and like the interest in, the demand for Legends 3. And I see a lot. I see a lot out there. So yeah, there is an argument to be made that it could be worth it. And that's why, like David, like I've never been, David's been the one managing the Get Me Off the Moon Twitter, and hats off to him. Like he's been managing that regularly for the last, completely in my absence. Like he's just been doing that completely on his own. The Get Me Off the Moon Discord as well. But he works a lot, he doesn't have a whole lot of time to his name either. He wishes that he could manage his own stream and stuff and events and whatnot, but it's a little difficult for him. But it's I'm not ruling anything out. I'm kind of just getting this stuff off my chest because this is all stuff that I weigh a lot. I think about a lot, but I never really vocalize because I just have no one else to talk to about it for the most part. And it's been a long time, all this stuff is really near and dear to my heart, to be honest with you, because I was so involved in it at the time. I mean, when I was appointed the leader of Get Me Off the Moon, it was such a big. I mean, like I was fresh out of high school. I had nothing but time to my name at the time, so I was like, I went into the group, like I went into the leadership just guns blazing, and I was so hyped when I got on board, like when Monica DePaul, or Monica who was the founder of Get Me Off the Moon, when she got really busy IRL and then she appointed me the leader, I was like, dude, I was so hyped. I was so hyped to do put some new like ideas in motion, like contests and events and in panels at conventions and all that kind of thing. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then like meet Capcom and then talk to those guys and then interview these really cool people like Aizu. Oh, dude, just meeting Takuya Aizu from Indie Crates. Holy crap. That was so hype. But so it's that all that stuff even nowadays is so fundamental. Honestly, it's so fundamental to my identity. Because I ran into that stuff at a very impressionable age, just out of high school, having a lot of time to myself to do that kind of stuff. And yeah, so it's hard to forget about it. It's hard to kind of like pull away from it. But it's hard now though, because the older we get, the less we have time for things. But maybe there is something later on. We'll see. I'm not ruling anything out. I'm just yapping. Because it does feel Inafune is instrumental to get more than one new game per decade. Yeah, no, you're right, Lynx. You're right. You're absolutely right, man. I only hope that the next guy is equally as enthusiastic and as activist as Inafune was. But we're getting into some hardcore stuff now, so I'm going to shut up for a hot moment. Really? What hit me? What? That was stupid. What hit me? Was there a bullet that just fluctuated there? I wasn't prepared for that. Oh, I gotta reset now. Dang, I gotta rev back into gear. That's a problem about yapping so much. You know, you get, you lose your momentum. And you forget what you were doing, and you're not ready. Oh, but dude, this music, so good. Okay, time to rock out, pull out your mega jams. I do have a jam emote, by the way. Look it up, it's good stuff. It might be a tier thing, though, so maybe you can't access that. Oh. Don't hit me! Oh, it hit me. I was too fast on the uptake there. I should have waited a bit. I knew that bullet was coming. I always try to jump over that bullet. Yeah. This is a notoriously hard stage, but it's actually my favorite in the whole series. But it's notoriously long. It goes on such a long time. There are several mini-bosses throughout. Several precarious mid-sections as well, and it's just a pain for a first-time playthrough, but I love it. It's a huge adrenaline rush for me. Don't hit me. I swear to God. Ugh, terrible. Dang. My cycle was thrown off there. But it won't happen again. We're doing it this time. I honestly love this hopping section. This airship section is so satisfying when you get it right. Because it looks like you're kind of ninjaing through it. You know, like you know exactly where the bullets are going to land, so you know how to jump over them. You know how to jump over that too. It just looks like you were so good at the game. Nope. Now I don't know what to do. And I missed that too. Hey, you know what? I'm an idiot. That's what we, you know, we didn't do it there. Okay, well this time for sure. I know. One more time! It really is the mission of all time, I know. I practiced this a lot when I was a kid. I had a save file on the old DS collection, specifically reserved for practice with this stage. No, I messed it up again. There we go. Okay, I did it, but can I make this jump? I did. Good enough. I got hit, but hey, I won't get hit again. Oh yeah, we can get off the really cool kill here. This is such a cool quick kill. If I can pull it off well. Yes, I did. Heck yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. More than enough. Let's go on. Heck yeah. Drop, please. Zooming. Oh, dude, this music is so good. Heck yeah. Oh yeah. Your shield don't mean nothing, fam. Okay, watch this. You think I'm gonna get hit by those? Nope. That beam don't mean nothing. Oh, dude, it's so satisfying. Oh wait, what do I do here? Let's go with defense form. It's so satisfying. Dang old quick kill. Let's go, man. Wait, that's wrong. No, that's terribly wrong, actually. We are doing nothing but the cool strats here. Okay, so I always gotta talk about this strat whenever I get to it. This is so cool. I learned how to do this just recently. So you know those zombies? Everyone hates them because usually your shots fly right over them, even your charge shots. When you're standing, your charge shots fly over them. However, if you are in a walking animation, your shots go up just close enough to the ground to where they can hit those zombies. Like right there, I'm doing it consistently. and it is very nice. It is so wonderfully nice to be able to hit those things from a distance and be completely safe. Yeah, that's the Mega Man Zero stutter shooting. So you do a quick little walk animation and then fire when you're in that walk animation. And it's nice, it's really nice because you don't have to stray that far from Seal. Like, you can just do a quick little walk, it takes you like one step away from Seal, then you go right back, put the shield boomerang back on, and it is easy as heck. I was really happy that I could show that off to Kame Sim, just recently. He's a legendary Buster-only speedrunner. He dropped by my stream a few weeks ago, and I was quite honored by that because he is usually not a late night person. But he dropped in for a few minutes for my 02 stream, and right around this time, I was able to show off that strat, and he was really impressed by that because he's a Buster-only speedrunner. So like Buster-only strats like this are exactly what he loves to see. Not that it means much to him, because he doesn't do rank runs. That's mostly a thing for rank runs, honestly, because you have to be... You can't... Dude, if Seal gets hit even once by one of those stray bullets, you gotta reset. She can't take even one hit, so you gotta optimize the best possible safe strat to stay close to her with the shield boomerang. But yeah... do like Mega Man Zero, the Buster is viable. Yeah, Lynx in general, it's viable. For every boss not named Harpuya Mark II, it's viable. But for every boss that is called Harpuya Mark II, it is a pain in the rear. Kame actually, he's a hardcore Buster-only speedrunner. He actually did beat, in his Mega Man Zero Buster-only runs, he does beat, and I'm talking about Arm Phenomenon Harpuya. That is a ridiculous fight, and I mean ridiculous fight to do Buster-only. Because guess what? He is only very rarely close enough to the ground where you can't, or within the range of the Buster for you to hit him with the Buster. And that time is only when he comes dashing, like when he does his ground dash. Where you dash under him. But that's the only time you can hit him with the Buster. And if you miss an opportunity there, you don't know the next time you'll be able to hit him. I was hosting his Mega Man Zero 2 Buster-only playthrough during Mega May, and the dude, he exercised the persistence of Hercules, the strength of Hercules in his determination to get through that fight Buster-only. And there were times where he did lose, there were times where he did game over. Every time he lost, every time he had to even, lose a life, it generally cost him, 7 minutes. No joke. It generally cost him, 7 minutes whenever he lost one of those fights. Because it took so long for opportunities to open up. Finding a window to hit Harpuya with is the hardest thing in the world. But no, he pulled through it, and I had infinite respect for him after the fact. I don't think I could have done it. It was a battle of sheer willpower. Z-Buster and in X5 and X6 boggle my mind. Why did they even bother? Yeah, man, I gotta look up that sometime soon. I'm not quite sure what that entails, actually. Yeah, no joke, man. 7 minutes. 7 freaking minutes. I'm not exaggerating in the slightest. It was insane. Oh, okay. You dodged 2 of my attacks? Really? Since when do you do that, eh? Oh, here's what he wishes he could do. Excuse me. Yeah. This guy has a attack. It's a big tornado attack where he summons all these lightning balls and then he dashes at you in the middle of the tornado. You can throw him off the dash if you aim a chain rod, like a normal chain rod hit at him. It throws him off course. But I usually you could also just stun him out of the attack, or make sure he doesn't use that attack, which is what I do. Also, here's another illustration from the mod coming into play. That is a scan. That artwork is a scan from the actual art book. taken from another mod that I implemented fairly recently, actually. That's, it's one of 2 mods that I found on Game Banana. They're like, you know, they replace a lot of the artwork with the actual scans, when possible anyway. Not all of the artwork in the games have scans, you know, from the art book, but this one does, and it's really nice when they do show those, because they're so clean, and they show you a finer level of detail that you didn't that was harder to pick up on before. All right, so where are we going? We're going to... Oh, that's right, the next set of enemies. Yeah, we're doing that. In a perfect world, Capcom would have approached Inti for said assets. Yeah, I know. The only reason... I feel like, dude, this has got to be it. The only reason they have as many assets as they do in this collection is because of the DS collection. Dude, I would almost swear to God that, you know, this game would have had like half of the content it did if the DS collection never came out, under the extreme care of Inti Creates back in the day. That's the only reason this collection has as much effort as it does behind it. Okay, we're going here next. But Capcom disowns its son, I know. Agreed, yeah. I think that's a pretty safe guess. Yeah. So thank God the DS collection did come out. I mean, holy crap. I feel like that... Oh, man. Like, no, straight up, the mod cards would not have come out for this collection if not for that collection. Like, there's no way in heck. Absolutely not. Oh, ice. Ice is nice. Yeah, the casual scenario as well. I mean, that was easy scenario back in the day. Like, straight up ripped out of that, out of the DS collection. Take that. No! Dang it. Okay. Now I can bump my head. 4 points. Okay. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be a good boy and wait for a hot minute. Okay, now we should be smooth sailing. If only the saber didn't take so long to charge in 0-2 due to a very strange gameplay quirk. Oh, I'm an idiot. I am an absolute gargantuan doofus. I knew that was there. I just didn't react to it. Only weird thing about the DLO collection is easy scenario was locked behind playing the games in order. Rather, oh, that's right! I forgot about that. No, you're right, Lynx. It was like a story mode. Yeah, it was like a mode designed to just allow people to, you know, play the story and just breeze through the game. Yeah, you're right, man. That was kind of funny business, wasn't it? I do wonder why they did that. Uh-oh, I did not charge my buster there. Yoink. Are you kidding me? That's the same thing that happened last time. I'm dead. Maybe active form is going too fast for me. Maybe I can't keep up. Maybe I'm a hot mess. Unintended. Okay, well, I won't get hit by the torch enemy again anyway. And I can only hope the Fefnir cooperates. Hey, I remember you. After you. Oh, okay, fine. We'll just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. That should be more than enough. I should stop vibing my way through the enemies and actually feel out the proper number. Let's see. Let's go with defense form here because it gives a little extra attack to the shield boomerang. And also gives me defense. Why the count? Because the amount of enemies that you kill influences your rank. Oh, here we go. The spam. Usually he uses this 2 times in a row, and I can't attack for a century. Of course he uses it again. Every time, man. There we go. Can't stall me for long. Even though you just did. Yeah, thanks for the explanation, Lynx. I'll show it off here. You see enemy in the score. That is how many enemies you've killed. You have to defeat a certain number of enemies to get the full 15 points for your score. So that's why I count. That's why generally I defeat like an additional 10 or 12 enemies per stage. 0, 1, and 0, 2 are the biggest offenders for demanding more enemies, you know, for the kill count. So yeah, that's why I do that. And that's why this is not a speedrun, because it generally takes a hot minute to grind all the enemies you need. Not terribly long, but a hot minute. For there was a hotter minute because I was in a hot stage. Alright, we're going over to Leviathan! Oh, hold on. Only weird thing about the old collection... Oh no, I read that already. Rather than game-by-game basis. Nope. Okay, never mind, I'm caught up. Capcom disowns its son! Yup. I agree with all the old comments. They may be old comments, but they're eternally relevant. Whoa, okay, you're just coming out of the woodwork there. Gotta be a good boy and wait. Sometimes I get ahead of these things and then they get the jump on me. I will not wait for this one, though. That's easy enough. Whoa, okay. A little close for comfort. Please destroy the snowball. There we go. Okay, we're in business. I am going to switch to defense form here because there's a very hard technique. There's a very hard technique coming up here. Very hard to pull off. It may not look like it, but this is so hard. This wall slide. Yep. Just right there. So hard to do this without taking a hit. Deceptively hard. Normally I don't switch to that, but... yeah, that's the quickest way to get through it. Like that's a legit speedrunning strat right there. Where was I doing? Fire. Yes. Leviathan's coming up, and we gotta defeat her. Hello? Thank you. Hello? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoa, okay, 8, 9. Did that one spawn? 10, 11. That's actually better, actually. 12, 13, 14 is more than enough. Maybe even too much, but... You know what I heard? I'm just now remembering this. You know what I heard just recently that I never knew before? Apparently, Mega Man Zero 2 docks points if you defeat too many enemies. I never knew that before. I'd never experienced it before. That's a tricky position. She's gonna use her tornado here. Oh, no, she didn't. Oh, look at that. I'm lucky. Yeah, Lynx! Yeah, I was wondering if you read that too, because I remember I just recently linked you to that that source that weird information came from. Yeah, I've never encountered that in my life. You know, and I've defeated a lot of enemies in this game, you know, for a mission, like being like obsessively careful with the mission score. I would almost swear that I've defeated like twice the amount of enemies that the stage wanted me to defeat, and I've never been docked points before. So, you know what, man? I don't know if I'm ready to believe that. Just based on my own experience. That sounds iffy. Or a glitch, as you say. Oh, so this music gets really jazzy. You don't normally hear a lot of it, but it gets pretty jazzy after a point. It's kind of cool. Yo, listen to this. Hold on, we're gonna hang out here for a minute. Dude, listen to that guy going ham on the keyboard. That's a good track! I've never really listened to this in full either. Because it's kind of a nothing track in the game. But with the remaster, it's great. Hold on. I don't want to interrupt the song, but gotta throw the jams in there. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. All the jams. Okay, I think it's looping now. Should be looping. Wow. That is one song I did not expect to come away from thinking, I gotta add that to my, my workout playlist. My workout playlist is ridiculously long already, but that's another song to add to it. Where are we going? Harpuya, yes, power form for the opening there. I think ice too. Yeah, ice sounds good. Too jank even for Inti. You know what? I'm kind of not surprised that... I mean, if that really is a thing, like that enemy thing, that enemy count, if that is a thing, I'm not surprised it's in this game. This game's the jankiest Zero game. Fight me. Or don't. You really should just agree with me, to be honest. Oh, how about not do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And if you think that's too much, you've never played this stage before. This stage has a higher than average enemy kill count. It was my first Zero game. It might be jank, but I love it. Yeah, same. It was my first Zero game, so I am fond of it. Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, I love all the Zero games as a saga. You know, you know what they say. You know what George Lucas says about Star Wars? How he sees it as like one whole saga, like one whole movie. My appreciation for Zero is along those same lines. I appreciate all the games as one big saga, and so even if one game is jankier than others, I still love it equally. Help! Okay. Yep. I love it. I love it so much. It's my best friend. I'm loving it so much that I'm hugging the spikes. It's just like poetry. It rhymes. I should come closer to the mic. It's like poetry. It rhymes. I mean, you know, it was made like that. You know, it was supposed to be it was supposed to be one big movie. One yeah. Jar Jar is the key to all this. I sold Star Wars to white slavers. Okay, but I mean, was he wrong though? Just saying, kinda not saying, but also kinda saying. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. No, I mean, the biggest thing about that, I'm kind of more inclined than most to support George Lucas. I know he's kind of a meme, but I like him more than most. And whenever people bring up the Disney thing, I always say, well, look, man, okay, you were very sneaky there. Nope, that was stupid. That threw me off. I mean, you know, it's true that, okay, yeah, he made the bank, he made some good money off that, but also there were employees, you know, there were Lucasfilm employees. They needed to be fed, they needed jobs, they had families that needed to be fed. A big company can't just shut down. I mean, that's just the reality of things. So, I mean, for the sake of those employees, and all the things they were doing, and all the, like, the families they had to feed and all that stuff, it kind of makes sense. I'm a little more inclined to be okay with it. It's like, because of Disney, they're all still working, even if for a worse cause. It's like Bart calling Disney evil, bland corporation, and now Disney owns parts. Yeah. Low-key, high-key, kind of what it's about. Go away, do not come back another day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Brain is full of Simpsons jokes. Yeah, that's how you know you've embraced American culture, Lynx. Unless it was a really big thing in Mexico too. Which it might have been. I don't know. That's kind of... The Simpsons has kind of become a universal phenomenon, to be honest. I shouldn't be so ready to say that. Even Japan knows about them. Oh, it was huge there? Okay. Never mind, then. There's the wall slide. I'm not messing that up again. Yes. That was like the first time in forever I ever messed that up. That's the kind of thing you'll only see me doing on stream. Where I'm like a 30% skill debuff perpetually. All the resistance soldiers were harmed in the making of this this game. 2, 3, slam. Jump, slam. And then from here, it's just those guys. Hello? What is that? Really? What was that shot? That was nonsense. That was Ridiculous! Really? That came out of left field, literally. Yeah, I know, WoW is right. What the heck? I don't even know how I would have dodged that, honestly. Like, that thing was coming from my gut. It was coming from my blood. I tried to slide under it, but then it just blew up in my face. I couldn't have jumped over it. Would have done the same thing. I think that thing would just chase me to hell. There's no way around it. Holy crap, that almost got me. Ah, I'm stupid. That's 6 points. I gotta reset. Dang, really? I'm really not on my game today. This is even before the last stage. This is like the 4th time I've had to reset this one. What is wrong with me? Spanish dub was a huge deal. Fox replacing the voice cast in 2005 killed all symptoms of momentum, but key voice cast members regained the roles a couple years ago. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Oh, heck yeah. Brain is full of dumb Simpsons jokes, yeah. Rome fun. What are we talking about, Rome? I don't know. Nothing is too big to fall. Rome fell. Yes, very true. Although when you got a lot of money backed by big corporations, it's a little harder for your corporation to fall, I think. I think we've built bigger empires than Rome these days that are a lot harder to tear down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's go. I don't mind the designs of ZX and Zero and all that, but I was wondering that lore-wise... Oh, excuse me. Is there an explanation in lore on why Zero has his armor instead of his massive green armor? Yeah, or the red armor, excuse me. Yeah, there's a, well, what Lynx is saying here, pretty much. I mean, he could explain it better than me, with my brain divided between 100-point rank strats. Later retcon to technology evolved. Tech got better, no need for bulky bodies with giant stabilizers. Yeah, and you can kind of understand it too, like, even from a real-world perspective. You know, we started out, even in our civilization, with these really big, fat, bulky computers and whatnot, and now they're slimming down with the advancement of technology and the optimization of resources and whatnot. So that's kind of what's happening in Zero as well. You know, they're a lot slimmer because the technology has advanced that far. Also, these things are being stupid, and now they're ahead of me, and I don't know what to do. Hooray. That, you know what? May as well, yeah. Wow. This is very unlucky. Way more unlucky than usual. Maybe I should just shut up. I should just shut up and focus on the game for once. Haha, fooled you all for a second. You thought I was gonna do that? If I did that, I'd be forsaking the whole stream, man. The art designer of Mega Man X Command Mission designed X's commander armor as an in-between step. Yeah, it's true. And same thing with X8. You know, X8 is also a lot slimmer. Yeah, but Zero Series designs are incredible in general. Their use of color is so nice. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think I defeated enough there. I might have had a few misses. Okay. I'm gonna lock in now. Really? See, optimally, those things will never come after you. Like the big things, the big crystal circle things that spawn in all the other crap and make the platforms visible. Normally, they'll never come after you. They really shouldn't. As long as you freeze them anyway, from the start. 1, 2, 3, smash. Jump, smash. Do not respawn him like last time. That's what happened last time. I respawned him while trying to dodge the bullets from those guys. Okay. We in it, fam. We in this. Just because I've reset the stage so often, I'm gonna put on defense form. Normally I would not do that because I wanna get as much damage as I can with the X form. Because the X form augments the power of the Buster, and I end up shooting quite a number of charge busters at this guy. So it's nice when you have it, but this is getting kind of ridiculous. So I'm gonna be extra careful. Heck yeah. Good stuff. That stun I did, I stunned him out of his EX skill there. That's very hard to do. You gotta be at the peak of your jump and get a charge saber off at like a perfect, you know, the perfect height. And like right when he's about to exit that, those invincible frames to do his EX skill. I think I was only able to do that because I had extra confidence with the defense form. And of course I did no damage in the end. Okay, where are we going next? A midsection. Or no. No, we're going to Blood Thinks He's on the team. That's right. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Blood Thinks He's on the team, let's go. The art designer of Mega Man X Command Mission designed X's commander armor as an in-between setup. Wait, did I read that already? I did. My bad. It's true, though. It bears repeating, because it's so true. Lynx, I was just... You know what, man? I was just going to say... Lynx, I'm surprised you're still up. Because it's getting quite late now. But, that's cool, man. Hey, thanks for joining me for as much of the run as you did. And have a good night's sleep. Take it easy, man. Yo, thank you for hanging out and being as cool as you always are. I always gotta say it because I always appreciate it. But let me shout you out one last time before you go. Guys, check out the old Lynx man here. He is such a cool guy. Akutizer will vouch for me, because he's a regular in his chat. And yeah, awesome guy, every day of the week. Kind of unhinged, but like, welcome to the club, right? Take it easy, Lynx. Have a good one, and stay legendary. Grinding time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, should be enough. Oh, I should have actually went there. My bad. I'm gonna take a little dive here, a little trip to the unknown. Oh, thank you for reminding me, Akko. I'm gonna do that, actually. That's quite important. Thank you for reminding me. Especially because I talk so much. You want to hydrate, especially when you're talking so much. I'll do it as soon as I get out of this run, I guess. No, I do appreciate that. It's so easy to get caught up in this stuff and just forget you actually occupy a separate world with actual consequences for not sipping certain liquids and fluids, which is crazy. I mean, that would never happen in a video game, so why would it happen in this real life, you know? Come on, dash. I never nail that charge. Please get up there. Thank you. Have a nice day. Okay. Who's here? Oh yeah, blood. Hydrating! Water is so nice for its power to reinvigorate your motor mouthing abilities. Just watch how fast I can talk now. Except I probably shouldn't, because this guy requires a little bit of focus. Focus, effort, and sheer freaking will, as they say. Get a car, get a car. He looks like a joke, but he isn't. Don't let him deceive you. Oh, you absolute jerk. No, don't. He did it. He did the worst thing he possibly could have done, and now I need the defense for him, because I'm scared to death of this attack. This is like the worst possible attack in the whole game. Oh, and he didn't last long. Oh, and he went right back into it, so wouldn't you know it? This attack is so hard to dodge, I gotta pause buffer through it. He's coming from that angle. Look how fast that is. That's insanely, obscenely fast. Where is he? What's he gonna do? Where are you, fam? There you are. It's so fast, man. Okay, now I know. There we go. He's down one level. Knock him down another level, and now we can finally wheel back on him. So close. There we go. Whew! What a jerk. Yeah, that was possibly terrible. Gotta go for time being, excuse me. Thought you were gonna say, your team needs you. I gotta go, the team needs me. Got you though, man. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Akko. Don't be a stranger. Always fun having you on board. Take it easy, man. Stay legendary. Alright, moving the heck on in to another intermission. Because guess what? El Piso has acquired incredible powers. That's another scan, look at that. I remember in the old DS collection, that effect right there would distort Seal's sprite. And it was kind of funny. It was kind of weird. Also, it distorted the screen. It distorted the screen. And I think that was like an effect. It was supposed to be an effect. But they took it out of this collection. One of the few things they took out of this collection. Normally you'll find that this collection is a one-to-one translation from the DS collection, but every now and then you find things like that, which are different. They probably did it because of, like, you know, epilepsy and whatnot. You know, for people who were sensitive to, like, flashing lights and stuff. Save the game. I love it when that screen presents itself right as I begin the stage. Oh, also, we're going into active form here. We're going active. out of here. Bust. Alright, Rainbow Devil, everyone's friend, except me, except for me. Although he's kinder in this game than 0-1. I always gotta say it because I really appreciate how they toned him down for 0-2. He was a jerk in 0-1. Maybe I can deal with that. Let's be a little gutsy. Yep, it was worth it. Oh, nice. I was really glad I went for that. That was a good fight. He didn't use his EX skill. That's the biggest thing. His EX skill is a pain. It's a real drag because he's invincible the whole time he's doing it. And what he does, he just like tropes all the way across the screen and, you know, just like Godzilla, you know, just struts across the screen while being invincible, and all this crap falls from the ceiling in the meantime. And you can't hit him all throughout that attack, so you never want to see it because it really drags out the fight. So it's nice when you can take him out before he does that. Alright, let's see. Yeah, we're doing some swinging. Some swinging. Nope, hold on. I swear I mean to select this. It's just not happening because I'm stupid, you know? I was not prepared for this, actually. Yeah, let's just do that. Switch to that. I think I want to use active form here. Unless I'm mistaken, but I don't think I am. Oh, that was a mistake, though. That was a mistake I shouldn't have made. There we go. Good stuff. Heck yeah. Excellent serve. There we go. We are in Bizu-ness. Now let me think here. That's right, that's what I do. Bye. Okay, well, come on, come out of your shell. I have a little bone to pick with you. Excellent. That's how you want it. Are you kidding me? That's stupid. Oh, I didn't have an element. That's why it happened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I gotta be a little more careful now. 3 points of energy. I can take 2 more damage. And I'm almost like, I'm like guaranteed to take at least 1 hit for this fight. And that hit only does 1 damage. So, technically I could take 2 hits. Because I only expect to get hit by that one thing. It's the only thing in the whole series that I intend to get hit with. Because I see no way around it. And it's fine, it only does 1 point of damage. Oh, I forgot one thing though. Quite an important thing, actually. Oh, good, we made it. Yeah, that's the hit. That's the hit I always expect to take. And it's fine. Yeah, it's good. You know, it's more than a decent trade-off. Because I do take that hit, but it allows me to pretty much, you know, have a really consistent strategy for taking him out. Alright, three stages left, that's right. I think we'll go with active. Maybe also... yeah, let's go with the lightning chip. Temple of Ice, let's go, baby. Get a little more water, actually. Alrighty, into the fray. Oh. Hold on, volume. Gotta love this game. It's gotta exit out of the screen the moment you want to adjust something off the game. Wrong. There we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, I do not need to deal with you. Goodbye. Have a nice day. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. Everything's in order. Except my movement, apparently. There we go. Hold on. Okay, good stuff. Alright, Levy, show me what you got. Show me what you can do. How dare you foo me. Whoa, okay, okay. I'm really up. I got hit by that, though. That was kind of stupid of me. What are you gonna do? What are you doing right now? Are you stupid? There we go. Easy. Let's see, yeah. Ice time. I'm gonna make a special point of not grinding the bees at the beginning of the stage, because normally they run into me. And I should acknowledge that that is a consistent thing that normally happens. And therefore I should avoid it. Not try to ruffle the bee's nest. Or like disturb the bee's nest, that kind of shit, that kind of thing. Alright, 2 stages left. One of them is boss rush, so it feels like more stages. But 2 stages technically. Just in case. There we go. Hit that. Let's hit you too. Why not? We are all inclusive here. These fists, this saber is rated E for everyone. Alright, moving the heck on. It'll be interesting to see if this artwork is scanned too. I hope it is. I think it is. Yeah, it is scanned. Oh, that looks nice. Very detailed. You don't get to see it for long, but pretty cool. Zero, finish me! Just finish me! In the original version, he said kill me. But it was censored in the DS version, which got translated into this collection here. Nice. I could take that risk, but I don't want to. Okay, I'm not gonna miss this time. Yep, made it. I made absolutely sure that beam was high enough before I dashed under it. It is so easy to get hit by that, because you're impatient. There we go. Good fight, good fight. I'm so proud, especially that I dodged that purple beam. I knew I could do it. I knew I had it in me. I didn't do it last time, but I did it this time. So hooray! I'm learning! Hooray for experience, which is the worst taskmaster, but also quite an effective taskmaster. Alright, elect chip, active form, and we are good to go. Last mission, boys. As usual, I always got to insert this disclaimer. This could take a while. It could take a while. But you know what? We're gonna do it as we always do it. Pushing through it, getting past all the obstacles, bypassing all the hurdles. This thing's gonna happen. Most importantly, the music is kicking in. Alright, Phoenix. Nope. Nice, got him. Oh, I hate this attack. Let's see if I can push it up. Okay, we're gonna wait. Not gonna do anything. There we go. Nice. Really? A third time? What a jerk. There we go. That was a bad fight. But at least it didn't get hit. Nice. What's this again? That's right, Polar Bear. This could be precarious. Or not. Yeah, we're good. Sometimes that guy will get the jump on the iframes. Like, I'll hit him with an element, but he just keeps going. I don't know why it works, or I don't know how it works. Nice. Alright, Beetle Bros coming up. Always a precarious fight. The nerves are always on edge. But you know what? Somehow we always do it. Eventually. I hope this attempt is on the higher end of the eventually scale. Really? I missed? Ugh, terrible. Okay, good. The luck was pretty good there. They gave me good RNG. They dashed more often than they usually do. sticking with that. Oh, I shouldn't be doing him next. I should be doing the frog next. Frog is a lot more threatening than this guy. Usually I tackle these bosses in the order in which they give me most trouble. Okay. Into the really tricky part. The spike hallway. Oh, if I can get it right anyway. Wait, did I? Oh, no, I forgot. I'm so used to doing that in not that order. I forgot about the frog. You should never forget about the frog. The frog is your worst nightmare. Oh. Good stuff. Every time, man. The hallway of doom and dread and everything terrible in existence. Good stuff. Good pattern. I'm just blanked out. Who's next? Oh yeah, Snake's next. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's fine, actually. I was a little scared there, but then I realized that was his last attack in that pattern. Oh, shield. Really, I missed. There we go. Good stuff. Glad I was thinking on the ball there. I could have jumped that last attack instead of slid under it. It's gonna be sketchy. Good stuff. Oh, forgot to switch my element. Good stuff. Alright. Hallway of Terror, take 2. Oh, look at what he almost did. He almost could have used that on the spikes and pushed me into them. That would have been so funny. He has done that before, and it's infuriating, by the way. Okay, good. Oh my god. This hallway, man. Oh my gosh, it hurts my soul. It's the most precarious hallway in the whole series. And it happens right at the end, after you've defeated all the bosses, so the stakes are at their peak. Well, here we go again, then. It always sucks, man. It really does. Really? It's not even worth it. Oh, how'd I miss those? That's embarrassing. It's not enough combos. Okay, good. Got it there. Just clutch. Oh. I think we're going... yeah, Beetle. Beetle time. Wait. Okay, there we go. Weird. Really? I missed? Okay, fine. Yeah, that's cool. Hope it's not too close. Good stuff. That's why it helps to get an extra hit off, in case you end up missing one by mistake. And it bounces out. Moving on. So. There we go, good. Yep, he was right there again. His worst position ever. Nice. Really? Come on. Don't be a jerk. A few more enemies. Not too many, but a few. And those two. Alright, we're going in. Finally. That took quite a while. Okay, can't wait to see the artwork for here. With the mod and all. Okay, what's this look like? Yo, that looks clean! Oh, that looks cool! Dude, I gotta go back to the VOD later on and get a better look at it. The colors seem a little different. But, yeah, that's still a lot... Oh, that's clean, too. I like that. The colors seem a little more faded than what we see in the game. And I guess that's to be expected from a scan. But still, I appreciate the cleaner sketches, as opposed to, you know, more than the colors. The colors are a big deal, don't get me wrong. But I appreciate more so the finer detail that comes from the scans. So anytime you scan an art book, you know those colors are going to be more faded than how they were originally drawn. But they still look great. Now, I'm really glad I got this mod on. I wish it existed for 03 and 04, though. There's only a artwork scan mod for 01 and 02, and there's nothing for 03 and 04. But I wish there was. Because there's some phenomenal artwork in those other two games. That's clean, too. I just wish it wasn't shaking. I don't know why it took me so long to install this one, actually. Because it's such an improvement. Can't wait to see El Piso, too. Oh, wait, is that a scan? Kind of looks like a scan. A little more blurred than how I expected it. Still cool, though. Alright, let's go. Really? I missed? Hello? Oh, he's gonna have Tanoshi. Tanoshi to kudasai. Easy. It's not enough, Dark Elf! Give me more strength! The epic scream. Dude, that's so hardcore. El Piso didn't stand a chance at the resistance, but he might have made a good metal singer. Not gonna lie. Ooh, that was close. Missed it, really? Oh, not good, especially from the middle of the screen. Why not? I don't know why I wasn't shooting in the middle of that, but still. We're almost at time here. Really? Again? What a jerk. There, that was just for safety. Alright, that's done. Whew! Another run. Done and dusted. 2 damage, 5 minutes, pretty slow, but you know what? Most important thing, we did it. I mean, if you want to talk about slow, let's talk about the fact I had to do that stage like 3 times, and took a death twice, and in the spike hallway at the end. That is never fun, because the stakes are too high then. You know, you beat all the bosses, you're itching to get to El Piso, and then you die at the spikes in the hallway. It's such a buzzkill. But we made it. Hey, you know what? All's well that ends well. Did it again. You know, let's jazz out here for a second. Let's jazz out here. Get some good, well-deserved water, too. Stay hydrated, fam. Oh, yeah. All that jazz. Guy's going absolutely ham on that keyboard, man. Oh, yeah. We might almost be looping here. Okay, let's move on. Good stuff. Ah. Oh wow, you can see his eye a little better there on the scan. You know, I never quite knew if that was like a closed eye or like a half-open eye, but you can see here clearly that's a half-open eye. Dude, I'm so happy I have that detail here. I was not able to make that out before on the old pixel art, artwork. But here it's really clear that that's his half-open eye, and you can see his eyebrow right above that. Dude, I love this stuff. I love being able to see this in absolute clarity. It's great. Again, the colors are a little more faded than what you see in the game, but you know, the detail's a lot more fine. So, and that's a trade-off I'm willing to make. Really cool. Yeah, you see, like, in his portrait right there, his mugshot, I've never been able to tell if that's a half-open eye or, like, a closed eye. But in the artwork, you could see it has a little more color, so it's clearly a half-open eye. I love being able to... I love having, like, I love new finds like that. And even in his sprite there, you can tell his eye is open, so I guess it makes more sense even in light of that. This is a nice change from 0-1, because, again, there is another... Yeah, that's a scan, too. There's another, art book scan mod in 0-1, but most of the artwork in 0-1 is not from... Like, it doesn't have an art book, version, you know, to be scanned. But this game does, it seems. Like, I'm noticing a lot more of this artwork is from the art book, which is really cool. Some of them aren't, but most of them are. There she goes. Another care in the world. That's also really... Oh, that's a nice scan. That is so detailed. I wish it lingered more on Zero, though. I wish it lingered more on Zero so I could see him, you know, see his back better. See his design better, you know? Alright, Clover time. Heck yeah. The one and only Clover. Holy peak! Yeah, that's what I call 02. Pretty cool of them to put 02 in the credits like that. Kind of redundant, but I respect it. Takuya Aizu, let's go! Inafune 2. Thank you for playing. You are welcome. It will be a continued pleasure. Thank you for existing. Thank you for acknowledging, for affirming that you have sentience to thank me. Oh my gosh, the game is thanking me? Was that a scan too? Oh no. Kinda looks like one. Seems the Dark Elf has been awakened. The time has come for you to take action, Omega. All the hee-hees up in here. Alright. Another 100 points playthrough, well done. Well, not, I mean, maybe not well done, but done. Done and dusted, as they say. That is the 10th playthrough, and you will see that reflected on the screen as the next time being the 11th playthrough. So that is GG's. G to the G's. Whoa, that was a harder one. that hallway of doom at the end just gets me every time. I'm a bundle of nerves whenever I tackle it. Cause dude, you know that the second you hit those spikes from the wrong angle, you gotta reset, and it is so easy to hit those spikes. It's like the easiest thing in the world. I wish the challenge was to hit them, because then, I mean, that would be easy. Alright, but that is a good job, well done. So I think I can raid, maybe? No, I think I have a little practice in me, though. Do I have practice in me? Should I practice? Or should I save time for other things? I'll juggle an eeny, miny, mo in my head. I'm gonna do a little practice. A little smidgen of practice. You know, I won't, not to get carried away or anything. But, you know what, I'm just saying, Compy X is a jerk in 01, and he always deserves practice. So, let me get this up. I am going to put on this. Or I should say MMZ2 run finished. Just practicing now. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. Gonna do a little practice. Won't take that long. It'll, I don't know, 15, 30 minutes maybe. If even that. I don't know. Oh, wait, I don't want to reboot the game, though. I want to reboot the title. Okay. So, I woke up from a bit of insomnia earlier today. And you know what you do? You know, insomnia is such a moon, and I'm sure you can all relate to this. You wake up, you can't get to sleep, and, you know, you feel like you can do something in the meantime, and then maybe you'll feel like sleeping later on. Well, the best thing to do, and again, this is the most relatable feeling in the world, the thing I'm sure you were all inclined to do when you wake up, when you have insomnia, you feel inclined from the bottom of your soul to get some Zero practice in. To get some good old-fashioned Mega Man Zero practice in. And that was exactly what I was doing early on. I mean, to no one's surprise, again, it's the most relatable feeling in the world. So I was doing just that, and I must say, and I was practicing Copy X. I was practicing this stage right here, or this boss, because the combos are something I'm always trying to get down. I don't want to over-practice them, because I feel like that has its own problems. But I want to practice them enough to not screw them up when I do them on a run, on a playthrough. So that is what this is in the spirit of. This is in the spirit of not screwing up next time we do this. Beautiful. That's what you want. All day, every day. Beautiful. Okay, we're doing well here. This is a good harbinger. All that bad luck I suffered in the final stage of Zero 2 is finally being balanced out. The karma gauge is finally being leveled on the karma scales. Or it's not really karma, actually. Karma's more like you're doing bad things, and bad things come to you in return, which I don't think is the case. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. If I ever did a terrible crime in recent memory, then feel free to call it out. I'll atone for it. Or I'll try anyway. Oh yeah, I don't want that. You're dead, by the way. Really? Never mind. That was stupid, actually. I'm not even gonna count that because it was so stupid. I mean, I'm not really trying. I'm not really trying to practice Copy X Mark II though. I'm trying to more practice the first form, because the first form are where the combos are at. I want to make sure I get those combos right. Because it's really crushing when you do fail those combos, because it's like you're overwhelmed with the crushing reality that was all on you. Like, that is no one's fault but your own. It's not bad RNG, it's just you're not getting the combos right. Well, I did not have that, and that was bad. But still, I've made worse mistakes. The only buzzkill about practicing this stage on the Legacy Collection is that you have to go through this cutscene every single time. And it's quite a long cutscene. I have Turbo assigned to my A button, so I can just skip it while holding the button down. That's the way to do it. But it's still quite long. Good stuff. Not good. Not good at all. Good stuff. Good pull. Excellent. Copy X shenanigans. Nice. We can get the quick kill here. Heck yeah. I think we're doing pretty good. Like, we're kind of ahead of practice, not gonna lie. To the point where we can probably move on. I can sleep well tonight knowing I got this well practiced. it'll balance out the potential bad sleep I was going to suffer from doing so bad at the last 0-2 stage. But that's to be expected, honestly. That Spike Hallway is always a terrorizing prospect. A horrifying reality. Worse than any horror game, worse than any Silent Hill or Silent Hill 2. Is he gonna fire at me? Really, man? Stop it. I do not like that. That's where he uses the sub-tank. Okay, do not use the sub-tank, I beg of you. Good. All in business. Yeah, I think I'm well practiced now. I may or may not fail this form, but even if I do, you know, I don't really need practice with this form. The biggest trouble in this form, in this fight, is just getting the, getting a certain charge shot off, or a certain charge saber. But I'll show that in a minute. I can show that off. And that charge shot right there is quite precarious, quite difficult. Quick kill, let's go. All right. We're well ahead of the game with practice here. So I'm going to do a little more stuff for 04. The one and only Craft. You gotta love him. Except not really. Nice, I dodged that. Nice try, man. Nice try. I appreciate it. Oh, he did it. Nice. Except not really. Well, at least I don't have any long cutscene to skip for this guy. Oh, I can actually do that, yeah. That's a really fun word to say fast. Or not a word, but like saying. Really? I love how that does half damage with the junk armor. The stakes are too high. Really? Okay. Settle down, man. How did I miss that shot? Oh, he didn't hit me. Look at that. We actually might be doing things. You've Temijika'd your last Smasayo, man. Nice. I really should not do a triple combo after that laser, though. That's too risky. He could easily follow up with that. Yeah, I'm trying to get into the habit of not doing that, honestly. It's just so easy to go into a triple after he does his laser. Because he's, like, wide open. But then he follows up with... Sometimes he follows up with a knife. And the knife is never a good mood. Oh, I just did it again. Gotta stop that. Oh. Being safe here. Haha, I have a better. I'm gonna keep practicing this until I can do it in a playthrough. I'm not quite sure I'm good enough to have that confidence, but eventually I'll get good enough. Slice dice. You've Temijika'd your last Smasayo. Really shouldn't do that either, it's too risky. Nice. I like to say I'm getting better at those laser dodges. I was originally, for the longest time, for years, for decades even, I've just been terrible about dashing under that laser. Which is why I've never done this before now, with junk armor. Ouch. Terrible. I don't like when he uses the laser out the gate. If he leads with laser, I don't quite know what to do. I could try dashing under it, But that's not my first instinct, unfortunately. After many decades of double jumping over that laser, it's hard to make that your instinct. But I really should learn to make it my instinct. Okay, here I'm gonna do it now. Nice. Terrible luck. Must be done. Good stuff. We're getting better. We're getting better. I'm going to suffer a nerve debuff whenever I do this in a playthrough. But for now, it's going alright. It must be done. Nice. Must be done. And good, good, good. We're doing it, fam. Oh, stupid. That was contact damage, though. That wasn't the laser. I could tell from the damage. I ran into him, stupidly. Ouch, what the heck are you doing today? You alright, fam? Nice try, you wish. Oh, that's easy. You do love it when he's right in the middle of the room, and you can jump over him when he uses the laser. I do love it. Nice. Nice. Easy. Maybe one more fight, if we get this right. We're getting decently well practiced. Nice try. Nope, he's doing the thing. Hello? That was close, man. Nice. Nice try. Oh, that was really well adapted. I was on the ball. Heck yeah, you love to see it. Alright, I think we're done. I think we are decently well practiced for the time being. Of course, you cannot stay well practiced. Practice is a thing you gotta keep doing if you want to retain the skill level. So, gonna keep plugging away at it, but for now, I think we are content to close out here. Finish the 0-2 run. You know, got some good practice in. It was a little precarious. Had me a little stressed out at the end there with the 0-2. But yeah, we did it. So I think we're gonna wrap up. Let's see. Gonna find a raid target. That's what it's all about. I feel like Risen's gonna wrap up sometime soon. I think I'm gonna... Well... Risen's a pal. I'm gonna raid him. I feel like he is gonna wrap up soon, but... I'm gonna raid him anyway. Just to show a little goodwill. Let's see. Raid in the old Riz. Alright, and that'll wrap up this stream. Fam, pleasure as always. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you within the next couple days, maybe, with 0-3. Another 100 points playthrough with 0-3, most likely. But until then, you know, keep hanging in there, keep cool, stay cool, please. It's really hot weather these days. And until next time, legends never die. Alright, fam, see you around the old block. Stay legendary, as always. Goodbye.